At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year university. If you're a concurrently enrolled high school student, you may enjoy the benefits of free or reduced tuition and fees while getting a head start on your degree. UACCM is committed to elevating your horizons. For more information, contact our admissions office today at 501-977-2000 or go to uaccm.edu.
Matt McJunkins as we follow the Greenbrier Panthers all season long under the direction of head coach Randy Treble.
Welcome to Friday Night Football.
My Country Y107 Sports is brought to you in part by First Security Bank, Chris Crane Hyundai, Genesis of Conway, Roberts Storage, Collier Roofing, Leslie Heating and Air, The Huddle House, Haynes Ace Hardware, Wilcox Funeral Home, American Safeguard Insurance, the Children's Clinic of Conway and Greenbrier, Bleacher Bling, Conway Regional Health, TCW Fiber, Conway Trophy and Awards, UACCM, Daisy a Day, and Tires for Less. The First Security Bank, Chris Crane Hyundai, and Greenbrier Panther Network broadcast of Greenbrier Panther football. Exclusively on My Country Y107. Now let's join Matt Wilcox and Matt McJunkins for the call of tonight's action.
All right, Panther fans, and welcome here into Greenbrier as we're here on a Thursday night for Friday Night Lights. Junk, it's a little bit weird having to play on Thursday night. This seems like a short week, but here we are.
It's football, and hey, I'll take it Tuesday night, Wednesday night. I don't care when it is. I'm just glad we're here.
No doubt. So patriotic night here for Greenbrier. Got a lot of festivities pregame as they're walking out. The junior high team is walking out a huge flag that will extend about from the 40 to the 40. Another great home crowd here for the Panthers.
Yeah, man, it should be a good matchup tonight. A team that we had a close game with last year and the year before. Should be good football.
Yeah, absolutely. Russellville comes in here tonight. Last 2 years they were our conference opponent as we moved up to 6A, but kept them on the schedule even though we moved down to 5A this year and kept them on the schedule for non-conference. And as Junk alluded to last year, as many of you will remember, we had a 17-point lead with about 1:30 left in the third quarter and just watched it slip away. And
we owe them one.
We owe them one for sure. And Coach Tribble alluded to that in the interview. Is they remember that game last year and had a bad taste in their mouths. And so expect them to come out with a little bit of a chip on their shoulder and really get after them to here tonight. Big win for Greenbrier last week to start off the season as number 1 Warren Lumberjacks in 4A come in to Greenbrier, and Greenbrier pulled out the victory 41-34, but it was a great ball game and a good way to start the season.
I mean, it's exactly what you want from your first game, a tough opponent, no cupcake. You come out, a lot of nerves, everybody doesn't know what to expect from either team, really. Right. I mean, number 1 in 4A, well, what does that mean when they're playing a team that's supposed to be pretty good in 5A? Here we are coming into it, same thing. We think we're supposed to be pretty good, but until you get those pads on and hit somebody with a different color jersey on, you don't know.
Sure.
Turns out we played pretty good on both sides of the football, very good up front. I thought both defensive and offensive lines played excellent. And then, quarterback looked good. Running game was phenomenal.
Yeah.
And then the defense did what they had to do to keep us in the game. And that's all you can expect when you're going against defense or SEC caliber receivers.
Sure, and we alluded to that offensive receiving core that they played against last week is probably going to be the best they see all year.
Yeah.
And unless you go deep in the playoffs, then you might see 1 or 2, but not a collective group.
You run into a Parkview type team, then maybe. But even with Parkview, they're not going to be better than that.
That's right.
That's we were joking because you can go. We were saying now, you can go tell your D-backs, well, guys, that's the worst it's going to be. That's as bad as it's going to get.
That's right. Yeah, no doubt. Well, we'll go ahead and go to the tail of the tape as they're doing the national anthem here tonight. We got some honorary captains for tonight and some Patriots, and so if I can get over to
pretty cool deal, man. We've got they're having the planes fly over tonight. It's all about patriotic. Our nation, those who fight for it. Just an appreciation, I guess, of what this country means and the fact that we're able to come out here on Friday night and play football.
No doubt about it.
Or Thursday night.
So our honorary captains tonight are Kyle Schultz. He's the father of Weston Schultz. He's in the Army Reserve currently. Zach Farley. He's the father of Lawson Farley, an Army veteran. Dale Plymale, grandfather of Colton Sanders, who is a Marine veteran. Hector Reyes, grandfather of Parker Roberts, an Army veteran. Dan Henderson, grandfather of Keaton Rose, who's a Navy veteran. Gary Matheny, grandfather of Garrett Matheny, he's an Army veteran. Bobby Johnson, grandfather of Garrett Matheny, Navy veteran. And then Randall Franks, the grandfather of Connor Miller, Army veteran, and Terry Sanders, the grandfather of Colton Sanders, an Army veteran. So
pretty cool, man.
Pretty cool to have those guys to come out and be honorary captains as they're carrying the flag now off the field. Man, it just gives me chill bumps.
Yeah, me too. Growing up, both of my grandfathers were in the Army. They're in their, went through the World War II era, and you just have an appreciation for them, for what they were willing to do, so that we can live the way we live.
Yeah, no question about it. Well, we'll go to the tail of the tape for tonight. So Russellville Cyclones come in here as our visitors. 0-1 on the season as they lost last week to their rival Morrilton, as Morrilton beat them 35-30. And, Junk, you look back at that ball game, and Russellville jumped out 28-0 in the first half. And
Russellville did?
I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah. Okay, I thought it was Morrilton up early, because we were looking at that during our game thinking, man, because you picked that. You picked Morrilton to win, and you know, we knew, or we felt like coming into the year that Morrilton was going to be better than a lot of people thought. Mm-hmm. But, man, that was a big showing early. And I guess some resiliency for Russellville to show that they stuck in there and made it a game. But, yeah, you know, we got to face that team later on down the road.
That's right. And that'll just speak to, as well as we saw it last year, is you can't never count this team out. You know?
No.
You got them down late.
Apparently they don't lay down.
They don't lay down at all. So head coach Dave Wheeler comes into this as his fourth season with Russellville, 14-19 as a head coach there. He was the defensive coordinator for Russellville back in 2016 when they won their state championship.
Yeah.
So he's been there through the good times and the bad. Finished last season 4-6 and just barely missed the playoffs in a tiebreaker for fourth place. And so weren't able to get into the playoffs last year, so you know that's got to be a factor this year, and they're hungry to get into the postseason.
You know, I felt like we were better than them last year. I feel like going into this game, they lost a lot.
They did.
From last year's team, and I feel like we just got better.
Yeah.
Obviously, we lost some key players, but, you know, I just feel like this team's clicking on a little bit different level than we did last year.
Sure. So some key players to keep your eye out for Russellville is their quarterback, Luke Jones. He's 6'4", 230, good-looking athlete. He made some big plays for him last year in our game towards the end of the ball game. Threw for 1,300 yards and 14 touchdowns last season and rushed for over 300 yards and 6 touchdowns as well, so he can get it done on the ground with his feet. Had a good game last week against Morrilton as he threw for 319 yards. Threw it 53 times last week.
Wow. So I didn't realize that.
They put it in there a bunch last week. And then on defense, Magnus Golden and Nick Hallmark will be two of their defensive linemen. Really solid defensive line for Russellville, which will be a fun test for our offensive line.
You know, we've talked about this all year. We've got maybe the biggest, maybe even the best offensive line we've had at least in several years. So it's going to be a good test for them. But also, that being their strongest part is their D front, maybe a little bit to our advantage.
Yeah, I agree with you. Greenbrier comes in, of course, 1-0 after a big win last week to start the season. Key players we talked about last week are Jack Palmer. Started his first high school game last week, first varsity game, and felt like he did a fairly good job running the offense last week, John.
I did too. You know, a kid that didn't get much playing time last year, had a really good summer in 7-on-7. Still a lot of unanswered questions, you know. You look at him, he looks good.
Sure.
But, you know, he's still got to come out here and perform, and he did just that.
Yeah. And, you know, as the season goes along and more reps he gets, the more comfortable he'll get.
Sure.
And that just goes without saying. Our running backs, both Enoch Hassan and Connor Miller, both had fantastic ball games. Enoch was just a lightning in the bottle last week. He
really was.
Had 27 carries for 275 yards and 3 touchdowns. He was, of course, our ASI and First Security Bank Player of the Week last week. But then again, Connor Miller had 8 carries for 46 yards and also had 1 reception for a 38-yard touchdown. So good production out of your backup, I guess you would call running back there too.
Listen, if we can just finish the season averaging 10 yards a carry, I think we'll be fine.
No doubt. And then wide receiver Salter Mahan had a quiet night, but he still had 4 catches for 16 yards. And then Trendon Mosley, the sophomore, had his coming out party last week as his first high school start. He had 7 catches for 119 yards and 2 touchdowns.
Absolutely. I mean, that kid was electric. You'd been telling me about him, and I knew who he was, watched him play basketball, but I've never got to see him play football because He was on Thursdays. We always have pee-wee practices on Thursday. But you were right, man. Kid's special.
And then defensively, of course, Eric Hewitt and Parker Roberts, 2 of the stalwarts on our defensive side. Eric, not quite the production that he typically has. Of course, they didn't run the ball a whole lot.
Right.
And so, but Parker had a great ball game, 12 tackles, 1 tackle for loss.
Well, those two are going to be stealing tackles from each other all year long.
That's right. So that's the tale of the tape as our captains just come out onto the field. Junk's going to give you the 3 keys to victory.
We should start naming this now, the 3 keys on the fly.
Absolutely.
Hey, let me tell you number one, and we laughed about it last week because it's you can use it every time.
Every time.
But hey, number one was turnovers.
It turned out to be
and
true.
what was the difference in the game? Turnovers. Especially there at the end, Sandler's forced fumble and recovery, right?
Yeah.
Then of course at the very end of the game, we have an interception to end the game. So I'm going with turnovers again. Hey, number 2, I think this defense has to come out and just absolutely shut Russellville down. Yeah. If we can just be dominant on defense, it's going to be a big difference or a factor in the game. And then number 3, don't panic. Last year I felt like we panicked a little bit in the fourth quarter. Just don't panic.
Sure.
It's football. At some point in every game, I don't care how good you are, there's going to be some adversity. When that happens, you just got to see through it.
That's right. I like all 3 of them. Hey, I did see who won the toss tonight.
Did you? I didn't.
We won the toss and declined, so Russellville will get the football first, which means we will get it coming out of the half, which I always like to do. So the players are making their way out onto the field, all of them carrying an American flag, and this is just a special moment as they'll get to run through that Panther head carrying the American flag.
I remember that 21 team that was so good that year. We had some good pictures of them.
Yeah, we really did.
Coming out. It was dark, though.
Yeah.
It was later in the season.
And
so it was dark, and they're coming out and the smoke coming up.
Really
Pretty cool deal.
Yeah. All right, so really quickly, we've only got a few minutes here before kickoff. I'm going to give you the starters for the visiting team, Russellville. Offensively, their starting quarterback, senior Luke Jones, number 17, good-looking kid and has some experience there with him. In the backfield with him is number 0, junior Ladarius Prince. At wide receiver, number 20, Dejon Ford is a junior. Number 15, Julius Thompson, junior. Number 31, which is a sophomore, Marcellus Olson Patton. Number 4, Jaron Brown, a junior. And at offensive line, the tackles, 76, Weston Grace. Number 70, Carson Harris. Number 75, Ross Choate. Number 51, C.J. Ledford. And number 77, Cameron Hicks. Defensively for the Cyclones, you've got on the defensive line, Nicholas Hallmark, Jarrett Peter, and Magnus Golden. At linebackers, Ethan Bartlett, Jackson Bucker, Ethan Haney, Aiden Terry. And in the secondary, you have Bo Mosley, Malachi Varnell, Jaron Brown, and Marcellus Olson Patton. And that is your starting lineup for your Russellville Cyclones.
Well, while you're swapping over, Colt Harmon wanted me to announce that for every touchdown the Panthers score tonight will be 2 cents off of gas at Colt's Quick Draw.
Oh, man, that's awesome. Thank you, Colt, for that. So we hope we scored lots of points.
Yeah. I have to go fill up.
So Greenbrier gets ready to take the field as Russellville sends their return unit out. Greenbrier will be kicking from south to north, which will be right to left on your TV screen. We appreciate you joining us here tonight as this broadcast is brought to you by First Security Bank and many of our other sponsors. We appreciate them to be involved and support this program.
Matt, it's almost time.
It's about that time. Good night. Good little breeze blowing. Not quite as hot as it was last Friday.
No, and Saturday I saw it's supposed to be down. High of 80.
Yeah, football weather.
Yes, sir.
Now, your Bisons are playing tonight, right?
Well, they are. Let me tell you, whoever scheduled this game did me a disservice, let me tell you, because my Bisons season opener tonight against Southern Nazarene.
Yeah, I'm going to say I don't have to keep you off the computer over here.
Yeah, no doubt. They start at 7 also.
Oh, they do? Mm-hmm. I was thinking it was 8.
I did too, but I saw late last night it's going to be at 7.
All right. Well, the fans are on their feet here as we get ready to go. Russellville brings some players closer to the line as they think Greenbrier might kick it onside. But it looks like they're going to line up to kick it deep. As he gets his measured off here, we are about ready for football. As he approaches, the ball is on its way. Good high kick down to the left side, catches it on the 5, and he will bring it up over the middle. Across the 15, now takes it across the left side and is tackled there close to the 20-yard line.
Great job covering.
So a good job by the coverage team to pin them back pretty deep here on the first possession.
Great job of not getting sucked in. So often you get one side sucked into the other.
That looked like that was number 29, Sam Callahan, who had a big game for them last week as a sophomore. Had like 5 carries for 150 yards. So one to keep an eye out for the Cyclones. Greenbrier sends their starters out on defense, and they'll start out primarily in that 3-4. They will jump into a 4-3 at times. Got 3 receivers to the right, 1 to the left, as they'll bring a man in motion. A little tall sweep down the left side. He's got some room as he is up over the 20, up to the 30, and is taken down for a first down and a good pickup right out of the gate.
Yeah, we lost containment over there on the right side. It's not what you want.
Well, and they may have saw that on film because we did that a couple times last week as well.
Yeah. Got to contain the edges.
So good run there for Russellville. That was number 31, Marcellus Olson Patton, who we just mentioned.
Looked like Garrett James on the tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Cyclones. Well, ball will be placed on the 36-yard line. This time they'll line up with 2 receivers right. They'll bring Patton in motion again. Fake it to him this time, hand it off up the middle, and a good job by the defense.
Yeah, nowhere to go.
As they pile him up. Eric Hewitt in there.
Yeah, I saw Mathis Polk in there early too.
Polk. So a minimal gain there. Pickup of about 1 for Russellville. Bring up a 2nd and 9.
I feel like they're going to have a tough time running it in between the tackles. We've just got to make sure we seal that edge and not let anything get gash us on the outside.
So they'll bring it into a tight set this time. 2 receivers right, 1 to the left. They'll send a man out closer to the numbers. Fake the handoff as he'll roll to the right, dump it out here to the flats to his big man, Golden, and he just rumbles his way to a first down as he lowers his shoulder and picks up the first down.
Yeah, that was too easy.
1st and 10 as they move the ball close to Greenbrier territory. Ball will be placed on their own 49-yard line. 10:27 left here in the opening quarter if you're just now joining us. 0-0 the score. Now the quarterback will look to the side and make a check. And Chris Gunter is their offensive coordinator, the former head coach for BB. As he will hand it off up the middle, and minimal gain, but does pick up, keeps his leg driving, pick up about 3 or 4 on that first down play.
Looks like Jackson Bernard in there.
And Jump, they're making some good holes up front.
They are. You know, we've done a good job inside, but right there it seemed like they found kind of took him a bit to find the hole, but he found one maybe on the left side there, off tackle a little bit.
And that is Patton that's in the backfield with Jones, as they had him split out wide earlier in the ball game, but now has moved him back behind the line. So 2nd down, they give him about 5 on that play. So 2nd down and 5. Jones will take it himself up the middle. Now bounce it outside. He'll be hit immediately.
Nowhere to go.
For a small pickup. He picks up about 2.
Has a generous spot.
So that'll bring up a 3rd and short here for the Cyclones. First possession here for Russellville as they've just now moved the ball into Greenbrier territory. 9:09 left in the opening quarter.
Good time for a tackle for loss right here, Matt.
It'll be a great time. They're kind of in that no man's land.
Yeah, so they are.
Might get 2 plays at it here depending on how frisky the coach is feeling here early in the ball game. It's non-conference, so you would think he'd be pretty aggressive.
On the road? You bet.
Twins to the right, single receiver left. They'll bring Patton in motion. Now he'll circle back around as they hand it off up the middle, and he is going to have enough for the first down. Just barely.
Just enough.
Pretty good job there by the defense, but just kind of fell forward for that first down. Your starting defense is at nose guard. You got Caden Pavat. Defensive ends are Chandler Sanders and Weston Schultz. Linebacker Parker Roberts, Eric Hewitt, Mathis Polk, and Garrett Matheny. As they've got quads out here to the right, a bunch set, and they'll fake the screen, and the quarterback will keep it up the middle on a draw for a gain of about 2.
Yeah, a good tackle right there by looks like Eric Hewitt and Chandler Sanders.
In the secondary for your Panthers, you have Ethan Smith, Jackson Bernard, Marcus Simpson, and Garrett James.
They like running this little quad set down here. It's interesting.
Same set. Now they'll bring them all in motion. You know, BB used to do a bunch of that motion.
Yeah.
I'm almost an inverted power eyes. They give it up the middle. He'll bounce it
Yeah,
outside.
nowhere to
good
go.
job by the defense.
Yeah, great job right there by the defense to flow with the ball and to make a play there at the line.
A lot of window dressing for a runoff tackle.
That's right.
So bring up a 3rd down and 10 for the Cyclones. Big play here for the defense.
It looked like maybe Pavite got some penetration right there and was able to kind of force it back. I couldn't tell for sure, but that's what it looked like. That's a loss of 2 or 3 there, wasn't it?
So trips to the right, running back to the left of Jones in the backfield. He'll take the snap. He'll keep it on the quarterback draw on the left side. He's hit in the backfield but falls forward for a gain of about 4.
Yeah, it's going to be 4th and 6, Matt.
That was Chandler Sanders that got his feet tripped up in the backfield, but such a big, strong kid, he just kept falling forward. So 4th down and 6 for the Cyclones. Ball on the 36-yard line.
Big stand right here, Matt.
Huge.
This would be big.
Russellville will line up to go for it as Jones calls for the ball. Trying to get a hard count. Nobody moves. Good discipline there by the defense. Now he'll move his running back over to his right. Send a man in motion out towards the numbers. Take his drop. Looks across the middle. Now kicks it out in the flat. We've got good pursuit. Got to make a tackle and breaks the tackle.
I don't think he – no, he didn't get it, Matt. That's going to be a 1st down Panthers.
And he is just short of the line to gain. And it'll be a turnover on down by the defense.
That's a great job by the defense.
Boy, we had him hemmed up. he
broke about 3 tackles.
Broke about 3 tackles and almost got the first down.
Finally just got him out of bounds. Hey, that's how we wanted to start the game.
That's huge. Good momentum play. Now we just got to go down and score.
And, hate to go back to the old soldier so, but, we did talk about turnovers, and that is a turnover on downs.
You have kind of rubbed that in my face last 2 weeks. So
well, you didn't disagree with me.
No, I didn't. 6:15 left in the opening quarter. Russellville takes their first drive into Greenbrier territory. Greenbrier makes a stand and gets the defensive turnover. Now they will take over possession. Jack Palmer brings his offense out onto the field. You'll have twins to both sides with Enoch Hassan to his right. He'll take the snap, hand it off to Hassan, and he's met at the line of scrimmage. Keeps driving his feet and gains about 6 on that
Matt,
play.
The kid's just special. I mean, he's got a great offensive line, but you can see right there they did a pretty good job of matching us hat for hat, and he still gets 6 yards.
And that's what you call making something out of nothing.
That's right.
Trips right, single receiver left. He'll hand it off to Hassan on the right side. Good cut back to the middle, and he will have enough for the 1st down.
Now, I will say, Matt, he's not keeping up with his 10 yards per carry, but that is a 1st down.
That is a 1st down. That's a Collier Roofing 1st down.
I love it.
1st and 10 for the Panthers, ball on the 44-yard line. Quads left.
Yeah, empty right here.
Empty set for Palmer. Single receiver out to the right, which is Simmons. You have Mahan, McFadden, Hassan, and Mosley.
Yeah.
Now they'll bring Hassan into the backfield. Hand it off to him up the middle and tripped up. Good tackle there in the backfield by number 40. Is that 43? Looks like 43, which is Aiden Terry.
Here's about a back like Hassan. You trip him up, and it's still 4 yards.
Right.
We'll take 4 yards every play.
Every play. So 2nd down and 6 for the Panthers. Fake the handoff this time. Palmer rose to his right, gets it out quickly. As Simmons out there on the right does have enough for the 1st down as they run him out of bounds.
Matt, we had 4 receivers open.
Did we?
We did.
I was not looking downfield as he let it go pretty quickly.
I'm looking at Mosley, and then I noticed just on the other side, I believe, I don't remember who it was, but then he found Simmons over there wide open in the flat.
1st and 10 for the Panthers into Cyclone territory. Hassan on the left side makes a good cut, picks up about 5 on the 1st down play.
Great run right now. Chains are moving. Momentum's going with us. I love it.
Give Hassan a little bit of a break as Connor Miller comes in for him. And like I said, Connor ran the ball hard and well last week.
He did.
Picked up about 6 or 8 yards per carry. They'll split him out now wide right. So trips right, twins left, empty backfield for Palmer. Tries to get a quick 5, but the Cyclones do not jump. Russellville has walked down into almost a 5-3 front, which you don't see very often. They're just begging us to pass it. Give it to Miller on the left side. He's got some good leverage, but is caught from behind by Terry, and both of their helmets come off.
You don't see that very often. Ends up getting some yardage there. He got about 4. I didn't think he got that much, but got 4 yards there. Makes it a short third. Like you mentioned a while ago, again, we're in no man's land, so you figure we got a couple of plays to get 2 yards.
Just run Hewitt in here on offense. They tried to use him primarily on the defensive side.
Yeah, I don't know that we saw him at all last week.
Not much. It was very sparingly. They'll split him out in basically a wide tight end on the right side. They'll fake it, get it out to Mosley in the flats, and he's got some room. Almost breaks a tackle as he's taken down inside of the 20. Junkie needed just a half a yard.
Oh, he did. He did. He did a good job right there not going down upon initial contact.
Yeah.
He spun around, picked up another 3 or 4 yards. But you're right, Matt. He's just electric.
He's one of those guys like Miles Miller and McElhaney. If he just gets a sliver,
don't need much.
You're not catching him. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. A little flip screen to Salter Mahan up here on the left side. He'll make a man miss and cuts inside, picks up about 5.
Yeah.
So good run by Salter.
Yeah. He turned that in, which wasn't very much, into a pretty good little gain.
So Greenbrier moves it into the red zone as they're left the ball on the 15. Bring up a 2nd down and 6 for the Panthers. Hewitt still in the ball game. Mosley down here to the left by himself. Palmer fakes the handoff, looking right, gets it out to Hewitt, and Hewitt unable to haul it in. Just a little bit behind him, but still a pass you expect him to catch. 3rd down and 6 for Greenbrier. I'll say you'll probably get a little dose of Hassan right here.
I bet you do too. Do you go for it on 4th down here? Do you take the 3 and kick off?
Well, points are always good.
Points are good.
Just how good do you feel about your field goal kicker?
Yeah.
And they do hand it to Hassan. Follows Hewitt into the hole. He's going to be short of the 1st down. Picks up about 3. So it's going to be a 4th down and 3.
I go for it. I'm greedy, I guess, but I want to go get it.
So the coaches will have a tough decision here. If he'd picked up 2 more, it would have been an easy decision.
Right.
This is kind of a tough call with 4th and 4.
Well, receivers have been open.
Yep. Looks like Greenbrier will line up to go for it. Twins to both sides. They'll send Hassan out to the right. Palmer by himself. Looks across the middle, and he is taken down for a sack, and that will be a turnover on downs.
Got to get rid of the football.
Yeah. It's one of those things where, of course, I wasn't looking downfield. There may not have been anybody open, but
no, but in that situation there,
got to take a shot.
What do you throw interception?
Yeah, that's right.
So
2 offensive possessions, 2 turnover on downs, and we will send our defensive unit back out. So a good drive up until there, the last couple plays, and just stalled out. Had a drop pass.
I will also say it's easy to say that.
Oh yeah, for sure.
It's easy for me to sit here and say that.
For sure. Russellville will send their offensive unit back out as they'll take over possession at the 22-yard line. 2:08 left here in the opening quarter. 0-0 is your score. They had sent Quattlebaum out now on defense as they'll bring a man in motion. That's Patton coming across. They will fake it. Quarterback will keep it, and he's hit immediately in the backfield, and they gave him a pretty generous spot.
Yeah, he might have got a yard there, Matt. Great job by the defense. Looked like Parker Robertson on that.
Yeah, I don't know if they've watched much film on us, but that's probably not going to work.
Not their best,
very often. So 2nd down and 9 for the Cyclones.
I think their short passing game has been good.
Trips left, single receiver right. Jones will take the snap, pull the handoff, gives it a little quick slant out to his receiver, hit immediately, but a good pickup for the Cyclones.
That was a really good tackle by Marcus Simpson.
That's number 3, Jacob Espinoza on the catch. And they will try to go with some tempo on a 3rd and really short.
Well, they jumped, and they didn't call it.
And quarterback will pick it up on a
I don't know what it is about officials now. They will. It's just like they don't see that.
Yeah.
They did it all week last week.
They did. So there was some movement up there on the line. They get away with it and pick up the first down as the quarterback just fell forward for a gain of about 6. 1st and 10 for Cyclones, ball on the 39-yard line of their own 39-yard line. Twins to the left. Single receiver out here to the right of Jones. Calls for the snap. We'll hand it off. No, a little flip screen out to the left, and a good job of flanking that. So that's Jackson Bernard.
That was a generous spot.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Cyclones as we tick down under 30 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Boy, this has been a quick quarter.
It's gone by in a hurry.
Probably be the last play of the quarter. Luke Jones takes a snap, hands off up the middle. Not much there. He does pick up about 3 and bring up a 3rd down and 2. And it looks like Russellville is content with that being the final play of the opening quarter. So we're going to take a quick break, hit some of our sponsors. When we come back, we'll have the second quarter action for you. This is the Greenbrier Panthers, brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year university. If you're a concurrently enrolled high school student, you may enjoy the benefits of free or reduced tuition and fees while getting a head start on your degree. UACCM is committed to elevating your horizons. For more information, contact our admissions office today at 501-977-2000 or go to uaccm.edu.
Just unable to pick up that first down deep in their territory. So Greenbrier will send their defensive unit out. Big play here is it's 3rd down and about a yard, maybe a little yard and a half.
They got to move the ball, don't they?
Yeah, they do have it spotted on the wrong side of the field.
Yeah, they got to move it.
I hope they let them snap it from there. Yeah, they're going to move it.
The chain gang moved.
Yeah.
Officials just haven't moved.
That's right.
The ball.
So the guy running the chains is coming over and saying, "What are y'all doing?
Yeah.
Y'all got to move the ball."
I mean, we'll take it. We'll let them run it from there. We like 3rd and 7.
I bet their coaches won't take it.
Yeah, I bet their coaches won't either. That or they're not going to swap the field.
What are we doing? Oh, my goodness. It's mass confusion over here now as the chains are moving. That's wrong.
That's wrong. They were on this side of the field, weren't they?
It was a 3rd and 1. Maybe
it's 3rd and 2. It was 3rd and 2, but weren't they on this side of the field?
Yes.
I thought so.
I think they got it straight. 3rd and 2 now. Bring a man in motion from right to left. They'll hand it off up the middle, and he's hitting the backfield.
Nowhere to go.
And he will have a no
Great
game.
job. Great job. Who is that, number 0?
Matheny.
That's Garrett Matheny.
And I may have failed to mention last week as Matheny, they moved him to linebacker, but that was partly due to the injury of Brixton Williams, all-conference senior linebacker from last year who tore his ACL earlier in the camp. I think he tore it in the spring. Definitely missing him this season. But Matheny's done a good job of making that transition.
Job. Matt, they're either going to go for it or do a little pooch.
Lined up here on 4th and 2 on their side of the
Yeah,
field.
they're going to do the pooch punt. The old pooch punt.
Jones takes a couple steps back, a little kick
God,
downfield.
That thing.
Need a good roll.
Go. There we go.
He gets into the end zone.
He kicked the mess out of that thing for a pooch punt.
Yeah.
Of course, he is a big sucker, too.
He is. So 11-10, just underway here in the second quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more Greenbrier Panther football. Brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
What does better mean to you?
For the Cyclones. You know, Junk, he was there, but you got to go fight for that football.
Yeah.
Just a little bit underthrown.
Yep.
So first turnover of the ball game. That wasn't a defensive stand, I guess you could say.
That's right. That's right. You know, man, so often it comes down to turnovers.
Yep, it does.
And it'd be good to get one back right here.
So Russellville will take over possession at the 49 of the Panthers. 11:01 in the opening half. No score in this ball game. Jones calls for the snap. We'll hand it off a little reverse. Back over here now it's a flea flicker. He's got a man open down the right sideline and
coming
connects
back.
him. We do have a flag down.
It's coming back. I'm glad it is because that's a pretty good play.
It was a pretty neat little play. Double reverse flea flicker. And was able to connect with number 1, who is Malachi Varnell, for a pickup of about 30 yards.
You know, fortunately, we've got a defense we can rely on, but if you leave your defense out there long enough, it will.
Yeah.
It'll eventually give up.
Sure.
Something. I mean, not every the best defense. If you leave them out there long enough, something's going to give.
That's right. So it was a holding call against the Cyclones. We'll negate that big play.
That's a pretty good break right there.
As they'll back them up into their own territory this time.
That puts a lot of pressure on them offensively, Matt. You know, that there's nothing like no bigger drive killer than a holding call.
That's exactly right. So they will send trips out here to the wide side of the field on the left, single receiver right, pistol formation for Cyclones. He will get it out quickly on a little stop route. Does connect with his receiver for a short gain as Greenbrier drives him to the ground.
And that's the thing about it. That's a great gain right there for them, and it's still 2nd and 14.
That was Jeremiah Ross Thompson on the reception for Russellville. Just a little 5-yard stop. So a pickup of 5 or 6 there for Russellville. So 2nd down and 14. Ball on the 47-yard line. Twins to both sides for Jones. Running back to his left. Now he'll send him out of the backfield. Jones will look.
Screen pass.
A little screen over here to the left.
Oh, he read it.
Blown up by Eric
Yeah.
Hewitt.
Now, they didn't give him a chance,
No.
but Eric read it. You know, it was they let the line free, which is telling you, you know, obviously screen, and Eric read it, and boy, he blew it up.
Well, and that's where that experience comes in from that senior who's been starting since he's a sophomore. You're not going to get sneak much past him.
No, and now you're looking at 3rd and 20 again. Just play smart right here.
That's right.
Just play smart.
Keep
right
everything in front.
Everything in front.
As we did not do a very good job of that last week. Hewitt will come off a blitz on the left side, right side, and he just throws
Let it go. There we go.
Over everybody. As we do get some pressure on the quarterback, that will fall incomplete and bring up a 4th down and long and force Russellville into a punting situation.
Once again, defense comes out and holds them.
Got to do something offensively here.
You do. You got to be proud of that defensively. And you know, we have looked good offensively.
Yeah.
Obviously, last play, you know, that happens. Just got to come out here and score.
Well, and too, with a young quarterback, I'd like to see him let him put it back in the air right here, get him some confidence.
Give him some confidence, yeah.
So Russellville will bring the punting unit on. 9:29 left in the opening half. They'll be punting from their own 41-yard line. Who's back deep? Is that
Is that 6?
Smith?
Ooh.
High snap. He does handle it. Now,
he booted it
kicks
straight up
it
in the air.
straight up in the air. Greenbrier calls Oski, and it bounces back towards what
Get
are we
back.
doing? as they try to push a Panther into the football. That's Sanders. That's a senior.
Yeah, Sanders is got a little confused right there.
He's getting an earful now. When you hear not Oski, but Peter,
you
got to head towards the sideline. The officials are convening to talk about it. I'm not sure if that ball touched us or not. But if you're pushed into it, it does. What's the ruling on that, John?
If you're pushed into it, I think it's still live. I think, but I don't think he was pushed into it. He went and reached down and grabbed it, but I think he was down.
Okay. So it will be Greenbrier football after some interesting tactics there by our return team. So
that's all right. He'll get us a sack here in a little bit. Besides, it was no harm, no foul.
So they punted from the 41 for a net gain of 8 yards.
Yeah. It was a short punt. Went straight up there, then it kicked right back.
Yeah. So Greenbrier will have it in Cyclone territory here for first down. Twins to the right, single receiver left. They'll bring him in motion and give it to Hassan up the middle. Makes his first man miss. Not much there, but does pick up about 3.
Going back to that, I'm not sure that it wasn't recovered by them after he touched it, but it's still a 4th down, and they didn't get it. Because he touched it, but it didn't change possession.
I see what you're saying. Just makes it a live ball.
Yeah.
So second down and 7 for the Panthers. 8:56 left to play in the opening half. 0-0 is your score. Both teams filling each other out here. Palmer will hand it off to Hassan on the right side, makes a good cut, steps through a tackle.
There you go. That's the first down.
And picks up enough for the first down.
Well, a lot of helmets coming off.
Yeah. I don't know.
Who's 36?
I'm not sure. Is that
Well, it ain't Trenton Mosley.
No.
That's who I've got on here.
Yeah, he changed his number. I think that's Moss, Hunter Moss.
Is that Hunter?
Yeah.
Okay, I couldn't see him from here.
So first and 10 for the Panthers. Ball on the 46-yard line, 39-yard line, I'm sorry. Getting the call in from the sideline with about 10 seconds left on the play clock. Going to have to hustle to get this one off. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Palmer does get the snap off in time. Hassan makes a cut in the backfield, loses his footing, and still picks up about 2.5, maybe 3. So not quite as easy sledding running the football as it was last week for him.
No, they're giving us a push up front. Looks like he's going to end up getting 3 out of that. Looked like it was 2 at first, but I think we got an extra yard after they moved it up. So.
Well, and Hallmark and Golden, as we talked about, their defensive line's strong,
they're good,
experienced, and they're doing a good job. 2 running backs in the backfield as we move early.
They called timeout.
Oh, did we?
Yeah, or we did. I think they did. Yeah, their coaches were walking out on the field.
Okay. So we will take a timeout with them. 7:43 left here in the second quarter. 0-0 is your score. We'll be back. This is the First Security Bank broadcast of the Greenbrier Panthers on My Country, Y107.
It's summertime at Daisy A Day Florist in Greenbrier. Daisy A Day has everything you need for not only the home, but also the lake house or vacation home. New products and a fresh look are what you'll find at Daisy A Day. And remember, Daisy A Day has the floral and decorating ideas and products to dress up your home or office every day. Yes, every day is a good day at Daisy A Day Florist. Don't forget, Daisy A Day has a great selection of Greenbrier Panther products too. Check out what's new today at Daisy A Day Florist in Greenbrier.
You're listening to the First Security Bank broadcast of Greenbrier Panther Sports on My Country, Y107.
And welcome back to Greenbrier. 7:43 left here in the opening half. Greenbrier on the move as they're into Russellville territory. Second down and about 6, I would say here. Ball is on the 36-yard line of Russellville.
Matty, we got to go score here.
I agree with you. Looks like we're going to come out with a trip set to the right, which is into the boundary, the short side of the field.
You know, the funny thing about it is that we've controlled both sides of the ball for the most part.
Yeah.
Just hadn't scored yet.
Right. Mahan split out wide to the left by himself. Little tunnel screen to Mosley. It's blown up in the backfield. He loses the football.
He never had possession of that.
That was not a catch.
How do they call that
That was
fumble?
not a catch.
That's unbelievable. That's terrible.
He did not make a football move at all.
No, he just caught the ball. That's awful.
So they will count it as a catch and a big loss, as he was hit immediately as he caught the football.
How can these guys be so bad every week? I don't get it, man. I mean, I hate to be that way, but it's just gotten so bad.
Bring up a 3rd down and 16 for the Panthers as the clock's still ticking. It would have been a 2nd and 6 if they'd have called it incomplete. Now it's a 10-yard loss. Palmer takes his drop, looks downfield, got a man wide open. He catches it at the 10, into the end zone. Touchdown, Panthers!
All right, way to go. Great pass by Jack there, and great way to haul it in there by old Mahan.
That's Salter Mahan. He was
Salter.
all by himself.
Yeah, he did a great job right there. And not only did he catch the football, he drugged the guy 5 yards into the end zone.
So good way to overcome some adversity like you talked about before the ball game. A call that went against probably what it should have been called on the field. Put us deep in behind the chains, and Palmer makes a great throw for a touchdown. Snap down, kick up and through, and that makes it 7-0 your Greenbrier Panthers with 6:53 left in the opening half. We're going to go to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more action for you here on My Country, Y107.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
As the Panthers put some points on the board for the first time tonight, 7-0 your score, 6:53 left in the half as we get ready for the kickoff. Just what the doctor ordered right there, Junk. We got a good or a bad punt from them and turned it into points.
I can still hear the music.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. We think we got aliens in our mixer because we can hear music in the background, but it's not us.
It's the Valonia Eagles.
That's what it is. They've hacked us.
They're running interference.
Yeah. Hey, man, I'll take an early lead.
Absolutely.
Let's get about 3 or 4 of them before we go into halftime.
Defense has played a really good half so far. Just want to continue to keep pounding on them and try to extend this lead before half because we do get the ball coming out of the half. Prezza lines it up. Low line drive kick down the right side. And it will stay in bounds.
Wow.
What into the end zone.
What a great bounce right there.
I thought for sure that was going out of bounds.
Yeah.
So they will bring it out to the 20. Is it 25?
I think it's 20.
Yeah. Our chain crew just doesn't know what they're doing. They like the experience over there.
I do not understand it, Matt, but there is music in the background.
There is. I don't know if you can hear it on the broadcast.
It's a nice, soft little
elevator music.
Yeah. Just lightens the mood a little bit.
Yeah. So the Panthers will send their defensive unit out. You'll have, let's see here, we've got Quattlebaum on the left defensive end, Keaton Rose as your nose guard, and I can't see it. Is that 14?
I think I fixed it.
Okay. It wasn't aliens. First play for Cyclones. They get it out in the flats to number 20. He's got some room and a good job to come up and make a tackle, but after a big gain.
JR just said music is the pad. I just realized that.
DeJohn Ford on the reception there. So good job by Marcus Simpson to come up and lay the wood on that one, but does pick up enough for the first down. 1st and 10 for Russellville. Ball on the 33-yard line of their own. They'll have twins to the left, single receiver right. Jones calls for the snap. He will hand it this time up off the left side. He'll cut back to the middle. Not much there.
No, there's not.
About 2 yards.
Yeah, they've just not been able to run the football. I'm going to tell you, it makes it awfully hard to do anything else if you can't run it.
Absolutely. Who's here? Is this 14 down here on the defensive end for us? On the right side? I can't see that number.
It looks like it.
So getting some,
it is.
Some fresh legs out there on the defensive line, giving those starters a rest. Jones calls for the snap. Fakes a handoff and looks down the middle. Now he'll go deep down the right side.
That's
Good coverage.
overthrown.
Overthrown and picked off by the Panthers.
What a great catch by Garrett
James.
Yeah, Garrett James. I thought I said it was overthrown because I thought that it was just going to be way past anybody, and he did a great job.
I think he knocked his breath out of his.
Boy, I bet he did.
He landed right on the point of that football.
At first, I thought it popped out.
I did too. So great play by senior Garrett James as he had great coverage and just took off when he saw the ball in the air and went and got it and made just a fantastic catch for the interception.
So was that Hayden Merritt, number 14 at defensive end?
It may have been.
It looks that's what I've got for 14 here. And he is a DN.
All right, well, there you go.
There you go. He's our good luck charm. Put him in, we get an interception.
So the Panthers will run their offense out onto the field. Big momentum change here as they take over possession at their own 20-yard line. Twins to both sides. It looks like we got a little
bit
early movement and back us up 5. Not really what you want to do right out of a turnover.
No.
They're just a little antsy. They're ready to go score.
Well, we like to score when we're backed up.
That's right. So we'll bring up a 1st and 15 now after the false start against the Panthers. They'll stay in that same double twin set. Hassan to the right of Palmer. He'll fake the handoff, looks to his left. Now he'll deep across the middle. Got his man just a little bit overthrown as our receiver was either tackled or tripped, one of the two.
Yeah, I think he got caught up a little bit. I think maybe some little foot tripping, like caught up between each player. Yeah, incidental.
Yeah. So it will fall incomplete as it'll bring up a 2nd down and 15. Ball backed up deep into the Panthers' territory. Hassan to the left of Palmer. Twins to both sides. They will hand it to Hassan on the right side. Makes a cut, makes a man miss, makes another man miss.
Ooh.
And still driving his feet. What a great run.
Well, Matt, if he just took one more step to the right, he might have been gone.
Great run nonetheless for Enoch Hassan as he picks up 14, and Greenbrier will go in a hurry.
Yeah, you got 3rd and 1 right here. You got to go get that 1st down.
Hand it to Hassan again, and they bottle him up.
I got it.
But he did pick up the 1st down. Their defensive player was not off the field, and they still didn't
call
it.
No.
He was on the numbers and still didn't call a flag.
That's a shocker.
So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. 5 minutes left to play here in the half. I'd like to use all 5 minutes and stick this one in the end zone.
Stick it in the end zone.
Palmer will get his offense lined up. Twins to both sides.
We do get the ball at the half.
Early snap. Palmer wasn't even looking. Somehow corrals it, but that will go nowhere as I don't think our offense was ready.
No, I don't think so either.
Palmer was looking to the sideline and it hit him right in the stomach. The good thing it was a good snap.
Yeah.
If it had been to the right or left, he would
We'd have been in trouble.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 9 as we somehow picked up a yard off of that deal.
That's just pure Hassan right there. We just need to run our 9-yard play.
Get the play call in for the Panthers. They'll send Mosley and Mahan to the left. Trips to the right. Empty backfield for Palmer. He'll look right. Now back to the left. Little tunnel screen. And it through the hands of
They've
Mosley.
read our screens every time. We've not been able to execute that.
Yeah, not much there even if he does catch it. So bring up a long 3rd down, 3rd and 9 for the Panthers. Ball is on their own 33-yard line with 4 minutes exactly left to play here in the opening half. Lucas Thompson will come in the game for Salter Mahan. No, they'll just send Salter to the other side. So trips to the right. Thompson's left out by himself. Connor Miller in now for Hassan. Trying to set up a screen. And just throws it away as he was getting pressured big time. Almost intercepted as the ball didn't quite get to the sideline. So
yeah,
not a good possession for the Panthers offense.
Not at all.
And they will send the punt unit on. 4th down and 9, 3:51 left to play in the half. And this has been a defensive battle.
I'd like to see something over the middle, like a tight end drag, whatever, just something quick.
Yeah.
Pick up 8-10.
Sure. Preza back deep to kick it for the Panthers as they send a couple guys back to receive. Not much of a rush. Good punt. High punt. They call for a fair catch, and he fumbles it, but is able to fall back on it as he corrals it back at the 30-yard line. That was number 0, Ladarius Prince for the Cyclones. So 3:42, we're going to keep it right here. 3:42 left in the half. And, Junk, defensively, you got to be pleased with what you've seen out of the Panthers.
Oh, 100%. I mean, other than, that first series where they gave up about 30 yards, we pretty much shut it down.
We have. And they've got a pretty good-sized offensive line.
They do.
Looking at those guys, they've got some good size to them across the front.
They've not been able to run the ball at all.
Trips right, single receiver left for Jones. He will hand it outside zone to his running back, and he has some room and picks up about 9 on the first down play. It seems like that first down play has always been good for him, but then after that, it's not really gone well.
Right.
So 2nd down and 1.
We've played the ball in between the tackles very well, but we get a little gash sometimes giving up the edge.
Yeah.
Got to do a little better job of containing it.
2nd down and 1 for the Cyclones. Ball on the 39-yard line. Twins left, single receiver right. Bring a man in motion. That's Patton. He will fake it to him. Now roll to his right, looking downfield. Lets it go deep as he's got a man on the sideline. Good coverage, and it will fall incomplete as Jackson Bernard did a good job on the wheel route picking that guy up out of the backfield.
You got to think right here on 3rd and 1, they're going to just try to get it.
Yeah.
Move the chains. Boy, if you make a big defensive play right here, get somebody to get in there and get a tackle for loss.
And they will line up in a hurry to try to pick up that first down, catch us off guard, and they go. And we were not set, and he does pick up the first down.
Got to be aware.
Yeah. That's one of those where you want your seniors to start hollering at your defense. Get ready. Here they come. And I bet they'll get that cleaned up going into the second half. So 1st and 10 for the Cyclones, 2:46 left to play. Ball will be placed on the 43-yard line. Trips left. Jones calls for the snap. He will keep it himself up the middle. He's got some room up over the 50, hit hard by Bernard. Another 9-yard pickup on first down. And now the starting defensive line will come in. Get some fresh legs back in there.
Yeah.
2nd down and 1 as the clock clicks close to 2 minutes.
Yeah, they're going to be pushing the clock here in just a little bit.
Jones takes a snap, looks left, gets it out quickly to Patton, makes a man miss up over the 40 into the 35.
Got to tackle.
And we got 2 Panthers down. It's Bernard and looks like Smith ran into each other. So as they tend to him, 1:56 left in the half. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have the remainder of the first half for you. This is the Greenbrier Panthers brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107. As they're tending to the player down on the field. 1:56 left to play here as we are getting ready to wrap up this first half of play. That is Ethan Smith that's down. He does get up on his walk off on his own power, which is good to see.
Good. That's what we want. We don't want anybody hurt.
So 1st and 10 is the play for the Cyclones. 1:56, ball on the 31-yard line of the Panthers. So probably as deep into the Panther territory as they've been all night. So defense needs to stand up and make a big stop here.
Yes, sir.
Jones calls for the snap. He will turn, fake the handoff, a little roll to his right. Tries to go across the middle, and ball falls incomplete.
Yeah, we covered that well.
He did have a guy coming across the middle to the right side, just unable to haul it in, as it will bring up a 2nd down and 10. Minute 42 left in the half, 2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones.
Well, you got to stop him, Matt.
Twins to the right side, single receiver down here to the boundary.
It's like defensive backs have played very well, covered well.
Handed on a little
Oh,
to the
great
leg
job.
And hit, but fights for extra yardage.
Got a tackle.
Who was that initially hit him? Roberts? Or was that Schultz?
I think it was Schultz.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 9 now for the Cyclones as the clock continues to tick down to a minute 20.
We got him in a good spot right here, Matt. It's 3rd and 10.
Yeah, and you feel like if you get them for a no gain here, you might ought to take a timeout if you're the Panthers.
Yeah.
Jones takes a snap, hands it off to the right side. He does have some room. We fight off a block and make the tackle.
Good job.
He does pick up about 6, which will bring up a 4th down and 3 as the clock is under a minute now. So, well, I got a better spot than I thought. It would be 4th down and 5.
Yeah.
Maybe a long 4.
Yeah.
So big play here for the Panther defense as they can get a turnover on downs. And
why is the clock stopped?
I don't really know. Jones fakes the count as the clock continues to roll. And it looks like they're going to use as much play clock as they can and call a timeout here and get the right play in. And that's just what they do is they'll call a timeout with 42 seconds left to play here in this quarter. We're going to take a quick break with them. When we come back, we'll have the remainder of the half. This is the Greenbrier Panthers brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year university. If you're a concurrently enrolled high school student, you may enjoy the benefits of free or reduced tuition and fees while getting a head start on your degree. UACCM is committed to elevating your horizons. For more information, contact our admissions office today at 501-977-2000 or go to uaccm.edu.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all
Beautiful night here for some Thursday night football. NFL starting tonight.
Yeah.
The GAC starting tonight.
Yes. Oh, speaking of, I need to see how that's going.
But right here in Greenbrier, we got a good matchup between the Panthers and the Cyclones. 7-0 is your score. The Panthers leading. 44 seconds left in the half. We got a 4th down and about 5. It's a little bit further than I thought. Cyclones will go for it deep into the Panthers' territory. Jones takes a snap, looks down the middle, got his man, overthrows him, incomplete.
Interception.
Did he intercept him?
Yeah. Is that James again?
Well,
no, that's 13.
That's one of those you want to
Yeah, you don't really want to catch it. It's one of those that's hard to tell a kid to not go do that. But, it's 40 seconds left.
He does intercept it on 4th down, which is, like you said, that's one of those learning moments. But he does make a good play, and Greenbrier will have the ball on the 7-yard line. So 40 seconds left. Greenbrier does have all 3 timeouts left. Let's see if they can do something with this ball to go down and get some points on the board, or if they're just content on taking it to the half.
Backed up that far, you might try one good shot, but
Palmer will hand it to Hassan on the left, makes a cut across the middle, and with a guy like that, you never can rule it out.
Yeah, that's right.
He's just a thread away from taking one to the house.
You're exactly right. That's a 1st down.
28 seconds.
Did they not stop the clock to move the chains?
He's supposed to.
I don't know what's going on up here, man.
Hand it to Hassan again on the left side. Makes a couple guys miss. Another good pickup as he'll gain about 6. And it looks like that Greenbrier is just going to now we're going to take a timeout. We're going to keep it here as Greenbrier will take a timeout. It'll be 2nd down and 3. ball will be on about the 26-yard line. So, Junk, tell me what you think so far about this first half.
Well, I mean, you can't be any more pleased with the defense.
Sure.
I mean, they've just done a great job. Offense, we've been able to move the ball pretty much at will, other than one drive went stale. The first drive went stale. The score is not really a real indication of how the game's gone. A lot of time, a lot of running plays. Time has just ran off the clock,
right?
Because we've pretty much been able to do what we wanted to offensively. Had the one interception on first down, chunking it deep, but for the most part, throwing it and running it, we've been able to pretty much do it as we wish.
Just hadn't been able to finish.
That's right.
Defensively, I agree. Have played a fantastic half of football. Got a couple turnovers, made the stop when you needed to. So it is 14 seconds left as Greenbrier runs back out onto the field. I have Simmons and McFadden on the right side. Bring Maynhan in motion and toss it to him.
Get outside. Don't hold.
Get outside. That is actually James, as he'll be tackled out of bounds. They'll stop the clock, pick up a first down.
Oh, that's James. Oh, I thought it was Maynhan.
I did too. Or is it Maynhan? I can't see the numbers bunch.
It's 16. So James is 15.
Oh, that's Thompson.
That's Thompson. Okay.
So first down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball placed on the 36-yard line. More than likely the last play of the half.
Do you remember in 21, who were we playing? Was it Van Buren?
Or was that last year? When
No.
Miles took it to the house.
No. I remember that one. But Cooper threw one like a long bomb.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
It wouldn't have been Van Buren because we
No.
were 5A. May have been Alma.
Palmer looking across the middle, got plenty of time. Good job by the offensive line. Nobody there, and finally throws it to Hassan, who catches it and makes a fantastic catch, but only able to pick up about 12, and that will be the last play of the half. Your score here at halftime, Greenbrier 7, Russellville 0. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll talk about the first half and what Greenbrier's got to do to get the W here going forward. This is Matt Wilcox and Matt McJunkins bringing you the action of the Greenbrier Panthers on My Country, Y107.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year
Our Russellville football game here in Greenbrier. Beautiful night for some football. Patriotic night here in the stadium as we had some great festivities before the ball game. Great home crowd. Student section all decked out in red, white, and blue. And got a good ball game here, Junk. 7-0, a little bit opposite of what we saw last Friday. A lot of offensive fireworks with a bunch of points being scored. And so far here tonight, points have been a premium.
They have. Expected the defense to play well tonight, but also expected us to score more, but also didn't really plan on a shutout either. So, hey, if defense can keep it up, offense, and then we talked about this the first half, the offense looks fine.
Yeah.
We just hadn't been able to punch it in a couple times, but I think it'll come the second. We can start the second half with the ball.
That's right. So we do get the ball starting the second half as we were able to win the toss and deferred into the second half. The band has taken the field here at Greenbrier for the halftime entertainment of this great crowd. And so we'll listen to them. Junk, got our stats so far for the first half?
So Enoch Hassan's been a lot of the offense tonight, which is no shocker.
Right.
He's got 74 yards on 12 carries. Palmer is 7 for 12 for 94 yards and a touchdown, and that touchdown went to Salter Mahan, who has 2 catches for 50 yards and a score.
Yeah, Trendon had a good catch earlier in the ball game.
He did.
I'd like to see him get a little bit more involved offensively, just get the ball out in space. He's just so dynamic.
He is.
With the ball in his hand, just like to see, like you said earlier, maybe some little crossing routes or some little quick outs to the flats. But I'll tell you, that our screen game, they've done a fantastic job of covering our screens.
It just hadn't been there.
Yeah.
Just hasn't been there. I was going to look and see who's leading in tackles. Looks like 0. Matheny's got 8 tackles.
Is that right?
Wow, what a first half.
Great first half.
Yeah, it is.
And like you said, defensively, the Panthers, we knew they were going to be solid this year defensively with all those seniors and all the experience they bring back on this defensive unit. And, last week, even against Warren, they couldn't run the ball against us. They had to get everything they got through the air.
Right.
We gave up the edge a couple times against them, but – for the most part, defensively against the run, we did a good job and have done the same here tonight.
We have, again, gave up the edge a couple times, lost containment. But, for the most part, we've pretty much just shut them down. They've not been able to throw the ball very effectively at all. And then in what runs they've had have been, maybe an 8 or 10 yarder.
Sure.
But most of them have been stopped short.
And I'll tell you, we might take for granted a little bit the difference in 4A football and 6A football, but we're seeing it here tonight on the defensive line. Offensively, last week our line, as good as they are, was able to push around Warren a little bit. They got tired a little bit and kind of had their way. Well, here with Russellville, a 6A team that has some depth and have some bigger boys, it's not been as easy sledding.
Well, I think that's the difference. But I think last week's team, the team we played last week is a better football team.
Sure.
But you're going to have more depth, bigger guys a lot of times across the board. And so I think that's what you're seeing here. Makes it a little tougher to run the ball at times. They're able to put fresh legs out there, whereas with Warren, you kind of get them gassed a little bit, get them on their heels.
Mm-hmm.
So it's just a difference in size. That's all it is to it. I mean, the size of the school. But, we've given up 120 yards the first half.
Yeah.
That's not bad.
Yeah, you're going to win a lot of ball games.
Lots.
and you look at Enoch's yards per carry. I mean, he's still gaining 6 yards a carry, which is still pretty deadgum good.
It's unreal.
And so not like they've just completely stalwarted us, from running the football. It's just not as easy as it was for him last week, and some big old holes last week, some big old gaps to run through, and he's had to fight for those yards tonight.
He has. He's had to work a little bit harder, but he has done that. He has worked harder, and he's still – I bet you he's still averaging 5-6 yards a carry.
Yeah. And then, Palmer, he's looked solid. A couple of errant throws. The one on the interception was just a complete underthrow.
Yeah.
Something you can learn from. Something,
sure.
I'm sure Coach Bertram will point out on film at halftime and say, hey, if you're going to miss there, you just got to miss long.
That's right. That's right.
And so things that he'll learn as he goes, and like we said before the game, the more of those reps and snaps that he gets, the more comfortable he'll get.
Young guy like that, he's going to get better week from week.
Oh, there's no question about it. I look back to when Cooper started as a sophomore.
Yeah.
I mean, my goodness, I think
a lot of different quarterback 2 years later.
I think I aged about 15 years.
Yeah, I think you did too. That was hard on me.
Well, we're going to take a quick break here. There's about 11 minutes and 30 seconds left in the halftime show. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll talk about the second half and what the Panthers need to do to bring this one home. Don't forget, tonight after the ball game, we're going to take the show on the road over to the Huddle House, as we'll do our post-game show over there at the Huddle House and present our First Security Bank and ASI player of the game and try to get them to come over with us and do a little interview and enjoy some of that good food and hospitality over there at the Huddle House.
I can't wait.
All right, we'll be back after this break. This is the First Security Bank broadcast of the Greenbrier Panthers on My Country, Y107.
But we'll
Here to the booth at halftime. Greenbrier leads Russellville 7-0. Points at a premium here in the first half, Junk, and Greenbrier does get the ball to come out in the second half. We'll see what kind of an adjustments they make there. Like you said, moved the ball really well for the most part in the first half, just unable to finish drives and put the ball in the end zone and get points.
Well, you know, going in the half, they're not happy with the way it went offensively, but they're happier than the other side was.
Sure.
You know, there's not much worse than feeling like you can't do anything successful, and I would imagine that Russellville kind of feels that way offensively right now because they, other than a few first downs, they've really not done anything successful. Again, Greenbrier's offense has been able to move the ball, but it picked up several first downs, punched it in the end zone. We just got to complete the drives. You know, like you mentioned earlier, we got to finish.
Yeah.
Got to finish. And I think that's coming. This is the time of year, especially with your young guys, where you learn those kind of things.
Well, and two, I think one thing we have not talked about is you're coming in here off of a short week of practice.
Yeah.
You know, you had a quick turnaround. You lose that one day of practice, a lot of preparation day. And, you know, looking at the stats from last week's game against Russellville, you know, like you said, being frustrated, they still had 519 yards of total offense in that game against Morrilton.
Absolutely.
And they threw it for over 300 and ran it for 200. And they're only up to 120 here in the first half.
And I guarantee you, after they gave up 28 points or whatever it was in the first half, maybe even the first quarter, they emphasized not doing that in practice this week.
Right. You know, defensively, they did give up 35 points, but they only allowed 250 yards passing and 140 yards rushing. So,
you know, we just got to come out in the second half. We get the ball first, got to punch it down there and go score. Then turn around, get it back and score again, and get up 3 touchdowns, and then you just keep learning.
Yeah.
Keep learning.
Yeah. And, you know, high school kids, we always say you make your biggest improvement from week 1 to week 2.
That's right.
But we do take for granted that these are 16, 17, 18-year-old kids at time. And, you know, sometimes it takes a little while to pick some things up. You know, just like we were talking about on that interception, you know, Jolly hadn't played a lot of football. And so that's a learning moment for him. And that's one of those things that you just learn as you go.
Yeah. And just like Chandler Sanders touched the ball there, both of those situations is kind of a no harm, no foul.
Right.
You know, it's you know, both kids. I mean, you look at Chandler last week. Yeah. That's a kid that's making a bunch of plays.
And Jolly made a big interception.
That's right. That's right. So, and for one thing, you never complain about is a kid that messes up being aggressive.
That's right. Give it full effort.
That's right. If the kid that gets the penalty because he was going so hard, that's the kid you want on your team.
Sure. Well, we've got some. Usually, we've got some scores to go to at this time during the game, but there's not many scores across the state tonight as we're playing on a Thursday night. There is a game at Hendrix College as Prescott traveled to meet Salem there at the halfway point. Pretty neat venue for those two teams to play, and I believe the last time we looked, Salem was up 22-8.
Yeah, man, that's kind of a shocker, Matt.
Yeah.
You just don't expect Prescott to get beat to another 3 opponent that's not in the state championship.
Right,
I mean, you know, I don't know how else to say that. But, hey, you know, I mentioned a couple weeks ago, and you may remember this.
I was remember.
Told by Mr. Thomas Thrash of Hootens.com that scrimmages don't really matter.
Yes.
But I was told that same week that they had the scrimmage against Highland and just dominated.
Yeah.
Then we see them in week 1 against Pocahontas, a much bigger school. What'd they do? They won.
Yeah.
So I think Salem's for real.
Yeah, we're going. I mean, if it ends up the way it is now, and there's still a lot of football left to play, but I guarantee you they've gotten some attention from this.
Absolutely.
This first half.
Unfortunately for some of our friends at Quitman and Atkins and those other schools, they're in the same conference with Salem.
That's correct. Just checked some scores over in the GAC. Harding off to a big start.
42-0 in the first half.
You kind of wondered coming into this first game of the season as defending national champions and, you know, high on their horse and feeling good about themselves if they might have a little bit of lull, but they answered that emphatically.
Yeah, they're just it's almost a methodical deal. They just do the same thing and then they do it well.
Yeah,
it's kind of like PA does with the different things they do. It's like nobody else could just go do that, and that's what PA always the thing they liked the most playing other teams was that other teams would try to do what they do.
Sure.
They loved it that other teams tried to get the onside kick because 99% of the time they didn't.
Right.
But they were good at what they did. They did it for years and years from the time they were fifth grade through seniors. And that's kind of like the way Harding's offense is. I mean, they just do the same thing, but they do it so well.
Well, and they run that flex bone, and they run it to perfection. And I don't know, for y'all out there that have not watched a Harding football game and watched them run that flex bone, I mean, there are some high schools across the state that run it and do a good job with it, but they run it like an art form. And
it is.
If you're not disciplined in every aspect defensively, they're going to gas you.
And that comes back to culture.
Yeah.
And you hear the players talk. That's what's so special about it. Coaches talk. They're grown men. But when you hear players talk about way we do things as we do it I play for the guy beside me.
Yeah.
And I know that if I make a mistake, I'm not going to get – it's not that I'm getting in trouble. It's that I'm going to let my brother down. And so that – they've got an All-American running back who's not on full scholarship.
Yeah, that's right.
Because he's turned it down. He's told him for 2 years, give it to somebody else.
Yeah.
So it's just special. I know it's easy, being an alum, it's easy for me to talk about it because I love them. But right now, at least, it's a special place.
Yeah. Yeah, no doubt. OBU up big in the first half, 27-0 there. Former Greenbrier Panther Carter McElhaney was a GAC Freshman of the Year last year, and expecting big things out of him.
Absolutely. He had a really great freshman season, especially on special teams, and he can fly. He can fly.
No question about it. So excited to see what he does in his sophomore season down there at OBU. And unfortunately, he'll have to play your Bisons probably for a conference championship.
There's 3 or 4 teams in the GAC this year that could win that conference.
Yeah.
But, there's 2 every year.
Right.
But this year there's a legitimate 3 or 4 that it was really that way last year.
It was.
And then as you saw, if you win the conference, you got a chance to win the national championship.
That's right. All right, well, we're about ready for second half action as both teams have made it to their respective sidelines. Greenbrier will be receiving the opening kickoff here of the half. And always fun to watch third quarter action to see what kind of adjustments both teams have made going into the half and try to correct some of the mistakes that they made. So it's always fun for me as a football fan to see that and see what kind of adjustments have been made.
Me too. We watched we talked about, Saturday I went and watched UCA and Arkansas State. You watched it on TV. The last couple of years, UCA has really become the team that's a second half team, which says a lot about their ability to make adjustments. Mm-hmm. Now they just got to figure out how to put together start the game. Boy, they missed out on a win last week. Kind of got hosed. But
they did. Yes, they did.
But again, if you go back and you start from the beginning of the game, they win it.
You don't have to worry about that.
That's right.
All right, we're about ready here for the kickoff of second half as Russellville gets it teed up, and we're about ready to go. They'll send a man in motion, and the kick is away. High, short kick will be taken by the Panthers at about the 30, brought to the right side by Simmons, out over the 35 and tackled close to the 40-yard line. So good starting field position for the Panthers.
Yeah, we're going to come out here, a couple plays, be on their side of the field hopefully. I like to see him kick it deep. A lot of coaches now, they want that short kick, let your players get down there. Mm-hmm. But I like to, let your kids go get it.
Yeah. So the ball is placed on the 40 as Palmer will bring his offense out on the field. We'll start out with trips to the left. Simmons down here to the boundary by himself. Hassan to the right of Palmer. You'll have McFadden. Looks like Mahan and Mosley out to the left. Handoff to Hassan on the left side, and Russellville does a good job of penetration. And that will be about the first.
I think it's the first time we've been stopped for a loss.
Yeah, first negative running play of the game for Greenbrier. So good job adjustment on defense for the Cyclones. Second down and 11, we'll call it. Palmer calls for the snap, fakes the handoff, will roll to his right, and low throw out here to Mahan. And not a good start so far for the Panthers.
No, got to get that one right there.
Yeah.
Got to shorten that first down mark.
So third down and 11. Ball on the 39-yard line.
You mentioned this, seeing how they come out in the third quarter. You like to, it's one of your favorite things. It's hard to get these kids to understand how important it is to come out.
Those first 5 minutes of the second
big.
half are huge.
That's one of the difference makers last week for us against Warren is we come out in the second half and go up by 2 touchdowns.
3 plays and a score. Empty set for Palmer. He'll take his drop, looks left, now back to the middle. He'll step up into the pocket. We do have a flag down, and he will be sacked as he's got to
get rid of the ball.
To let that ball loose. Probably going to get a hold. Yeah, we do have a holding here.
But now they probably will decline it.
Yeah.
Because you got a 4-yard loss. There's no way they don't decline it.
And they will take the penalty.
That's dumb.
So going to back us up and give us another 3rd down play. You don't see that very often.
No.
And now they're
they're saying decline.
Now their fans are chirping at them saying, "What are you doing, Coach?" So they will decline the penalty and it'll bring up a 4th down for the Panthers. So not a good opening possession here for Greenbrier as they come out and go 3 and out with a run play that went for a negative yard and 2 pass plays. A low pass there by Palmer to Mahan out in the flats that was incomplete, and then a holding penalty and a sack. Preza back deep to kick it. Good snap. Gets the punt away.
Great
Good
punt.
kick.
My word.
He boots it down to the 5, and they will
that's
receive it and
dumb.
falls down immediately.
He's down.
And
what's he doing? He's sitting there waiting to
he thought it was NFL.
He's sitting there looking, and he's like, "Oh, I think I should call this dead."
So what a great punt by Preza. The ball was on the 37, and
not a good idea by them.
It landed on the 10. So he kicked that ball a long way in the air.
Somebody's getting chewed out on that other sideline right now.
So big break for Greenbrier as Russellville tried to field the ball, which would have gone into the end zone, no question.
No question.
And slips and loses his footing on the 1-yard line, or is it the 2-yard line?
I think it's on – it looks like it's on the 1. It might be up to the 2.
Down marker looks like he's on the 2. So deep into their own territory, we'll call it that.
Yeah.
So big chance for Greenbrier to get a stop here and get great field position. Russellville in a tight set as they're just going to try to get a push here and get some breathing room. Jones under center for the first time. He will take the snap, just lean forward, quarterback sneak.
Well, he didn't get much, did he?
Not much there, but they will mark forward progress for about a 1-yard gain. Ball will be moved out to the 4. I guess they gave him 2.
Yeah.
He is 6'4".
He is. He laid down and got half of that.
Yeah. Running a lot of people in and out.
Yeah, they are.
So they'll line up this time with trips to the left side. Now they'll run Golden off the field. And play clock's down to 8. They're going to have to hurry. 5. Jones gets them lined up. Does get the snap off in time. He will keep it himself up the middle. Got some room out over the 10, and we'll have enough for the 1st down. Man.
That's the first time they've ran the ball successfully up the middle.
Yeah. They did a little quarterback keep on that one, and it has not been successful.
Read it well. I'm assuming it was a read.
Yeah.
Because we did have the containment there.
Mm-hmm. So good job from Russellville getting out of the shadow of their own goalpost as they'll have 1st down and 10 from their own 14.
They jumped.
Quarterback keeper this time. Tried to run a little option. Not much there as he'll pick up 1.
He never looked at pitching that ball.
No. Second down and 9. 9:42 left here in the 3rd quarter. Greenbrier leads 7-0. As if you're just joining us, Greenbrier's first possession went 3 and out of the half. Pinned Russellville back deep into their own territory with a great punt by Preza. Jones picks up a 1st down. Now it's 2nd down and 9. Empty backfield. Takes a snap, looks left. Gets it out quick on a little stop route. Good coverage.
Boy, not much there either, Matt.
Hit immediately by Garrett. That's Parker Roberts.
Yeah.
So pick up a 4. Bring up a 3rd down and 4.
I just moved it back a yard.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good deal. 3rd down and 5.
Yeah.
Big stop here for the Panthers. I tell you, both offenses have been pretty methodical in getting the play calls in. There hasn't been much pace to the game. 3rd down and 5. Jones calls for the snap, fakes the handoff, looks to his right, gets the ball out to the sidelines, got his man, and it is caught. It hit immediately, so good coverage by James, but it was a good route, good throw, and good catch. 1st down for the Cyclones. They'll move the ball out to the 30 with a fresh set of downs. Twins over here to the left side for Russellville.
We're making them earn everything they get, that's for sure.
Number 4 out here wide, Jaron Brown for Russellville. Send a man in motion. He'll look left. Jones, not much pressure. Now we get some pressure on him. Throws it across the middle. Hit immediately.
What's the flag on that?
And they're going to throw pass interference, as they say. He got there early.
That was a great play.
Looked like simultaneous contact to me.
Wow.
Yeah.
They can't see somebody moving in the backfield, but they can see that.
That's another one of those that you get called for on their sideline.
Yeah.
Coaches holler.
Looks a lot like last year.
Yeah. You get influenced by the coaches and make the call.
They were good at that last year.
You see that way too often. That call never happens on the visitor sideline.
No,
or on the home sideline. I mean, so 1st down and 10 after the pass interference call was a great hit, good timing there by the defensive back, but said they got there just a hair early and throw the flag. Ball moved out to the 45-yard line. Jones takes a snap, drops the football, gathers it up, and able to get it out and almost completes it. As the defense just looks a little bit out of sorts right now, John.
They do. We got one kind of hurting right there. Hopefully he gets up okay. That's not one we want hurt. Yeah, he's good. You're right. I mean, it looks like we're just kind of playing a little timid. We've got to figure out how to put some pressure on them.
Yeah, we haven't had pressure on the quarterback all night. So bring up a 2nd down and 10, 7:44 left in the 3rd quarter as Jones looks to the sideline for the play. Trips left for the Cyclones, single receiver to the boundary. It will be an empty backfield. He'll bring Patton in motion from left to right. Jones will keep it up the middle, hit immediately.
Yeah, great job right there by
the Panthers.
Pavat. Pavat hit it, matched him hat for hat, and then, of course, a whole swarm of them there jumped on him after. Great job by the defense there. You know, we were just talking. We need to see a little more aggression.
Yeah. 3rd down and 8 now for the Cyclones. Ball on their own 46-yard line. No, not very often anymore, especially with turf fields, do you see the ball marked in between hash marks.
No, not much.
3rd down and 8. Jones will bring his man in motion.
They just moved again.
Jones down the middle, and his receiver wasn't ready, and it falls incomplete.
Did you see the movement?
I did not see it that time. I'll take your word for it.
That's 4th down, though. I'll take that.
4th down and 8. 7:03 left in the 3rd quarter as now Russellville will run the punt unit on. It's kind of the spot in the field you wouldn't be surprised to see a fake right here.
No, you're right.
Especially non-conference, on the road, trying to get a little spark offensively. Back deep for the Panthers is number 10, Salter Mahan. Does just get the punt away as we almost blocked. I think he said we tipped it. We did tip it. Does get a good roll as it'll roll out of bounds at about the 28-yard line. We're going to take a quick break with 6:52 left in the 3rd. This is the Greenbrier Panthers, brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country. And welcome back as Greenbrier lines up and hands it off to Hassan up the middle for a short gain.
It's kind of a slow developing one there. I like our explosive game.
So bring up a second down and I'd say 7, maybe a long 7, maybe a closer to 8. 6:32 left in the third quarter. Greenbrier needs to get a little momentum offensively. We'll hand it to Hassan, who is hit immediately in the backfield, and
we didn't block on that one.
Yeah, our offensive line got whipped.
Didn't block on that one.
So 3rd down and 9 for the Panthers, and Junk offensively coming out of half just have not looked very good. Got to get, like we said, a little juice going.
Yep.
A little momentum. They'll send Hassan out of the backfield. Palmer takes his drop and now throws it to the sideline and falls incomplete. So 4th down will bring up a punt for the Panthers. Just looks out of sorts for both sides of the ball. Really.
Defensively, we're still making plays. We just offense doesn't look comfortable at all.
Yeah. So Preza would be a great time for another big kick.
Maybe they'll try to pick it up on the 1 again.
The ball is spotted on the 29, but he'll be kicking from about the 15. Good snap. Another good high kick. Not quite as far this time. Fair catch called for and caught at the 37-yard line of Russellville.
Yeah, good job. Way to flip the field.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have third quarter action of the Greenbrier Panthers on My Country, Y107.
Start a rewarding career in healthcare and get into the workforce quickly. Baptist Health College Little Rock will help you find success. Our patient care technician course is only 5 weeks, and qualified students can receive 100% of their tuition and fees paid with a 1-year work contract at Baptist Health Medical Center, Conway, Little Rock, or North Little Rock. Your life-changing career begins at Baptist Health College Little Rock. Visit bhclr.edu for more information.
You're listening to the First Security Bank broadcast of Greenbrier Panther Sports on My Country, Y107.
And welcome back to Greenbrier as Russellville runs a little slant pattern on 1st down. Good throw by Jones as he hits his receiver to pick up the 1st down. Ball placed at midfield. Trips to the right, single receiver left for Jones. Calls for the snap, take his drop, looks down the middle, lets it go deep, and will overthrow everybody.
He took a shot right there by Keaton Rose.
So good job in the secondary and coverage. Is not much there.
Yeah, that's what we've got to do. We've got to put pressure on him. That way he doesn't have time to find a receiver.
I'd love to see some pressure brought from either the corner or the edge, or just get in there and make him make a decision. 2nd down and 10 for Russellville. Empty backfield for Jones. Trips to right side. Takes his snap. Gets it out quick. A little stop route. Missed tackle. Second effort. Almost breaks free of those. Picks up about 8. So bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yep. Need a big stop right here, Matty. Maybe they'll try to run the ball here and we can stuff them. They're going to call timeout, I believe.
We've got an injured player down on the field.
Oh, we do? Oh, no.
So we're going to step away while they tend to the injured player down, and we'll be back here shortly. This is the Greenbrier Panther broadcast brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year university. If you're a concurrently enrolled high school student, you may enjoy the benefits of free or reduced tuition and fees while getting a head start on your degree. UACCM is committed to elevating your horizons. For more information, contact our admissions office today at 501-977-2000 or go to uaccm.edu.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of
10-2, one of our players down out there on the field. Can't really tell
who it is,
who that is, but been down there for a little bit, so hope he's okay. Junk, coming out of the half, we're talking about the adjustments, and right now Russellville's done a good job at moving the ball better than they had all first half. defensively.
Sorry.
Greenbrier, there in that last drive started out kind of, I don't want to say asleep, but not a lot of energy, not a lot of excitement out there, but then picked it up and got the stop.
Yeah.
And then here in this drive, it started out kind of the same way.
It has an eerily feeling of last year, which we can't let that happen. We've got to come on and get the ball back.
Yeah. So looks like a pretty bad injury as they're bring the stretcher out here for the injured player. Prayers for him.
Yeah, prayers for him.
I still don't know who it is, and
we don't like to see anybody get hurt. We sure don't like to see our boys get hurt.
That's exactly right. So we're going to step away again. 4:52 left here in the third quarter. Greenbrier leads 7-0. We'll be back shortly with third quarter action. This is the Greenbrier Panthers brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107. As they have brought the stretcher out. We do want to give a shout out to our production crew, the GHTV student crew tonight.
Yeah, we got Isabella Carter, the old field general over there. She does a great job leading this crew. Hunter Havens, Landon Thane, Reagan Williams, Nick Werner, and, of course, the GHTV advisor, Miss Megan Goodnight.
Yeah, and congratulations to Miss Goodnight as she's going to have a little one in about January. So congratulations to her. And so we're excited about that. So, Junk, definitely this is 2 weeks in a row. You don't want to see that for sure. But anytime that stretcher comes out, we definitely don't like that. And so we just pray and hope that he's okay and everything's okay with him. So still don't know who it is.
Yeah, I don't either.
It looks like maybe Mathis Polk, because that's his parents headed out to check on him. So love that family. Known him for a long, long time. So we're going to take another quick break here. When we come back, hopefully we can maybe get back to action and they get him tended to and taken care of. This is the Greenbrier Panthers brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year university. If you're a concurrently enrolled high school student, you may enjoy the benefits of free or reduced tuition and fees while getting a head start on your degree. UACCM is committed to elevating your horizons. For more information, contact our admissions office today at 501-977-2000 or go to uaccm.edu.
Greenbrier as we're still tending to the injury out on the field.
Matt, I'm trying to get a score on Prescott and Salem. I haven't got an update yet.
Harding's still rolling over there.
Yeah, it's halftime there, 42-0. I was going to try to check OBU, see if I can get an update there. Usually we've got 30, 40, or 50 games, to look at.
Right.
Let me look here. I'm trying to pull up OBU right now. 42-0 in the – is it the third?
42-0 in the third?
I think so.
Okay.
42-0 in the third, OBU. So, Hogs play.
Big one this week.
Big one this week with
Oklahoma
State.
Yeah, they'll go on the road to Stillwater and face a hostile crowd over there. That stadium, went and watched the UCA play there last year. And, it's not just a huge stadium, but, man, they get loud in there. And I will say, the good thing about an 11 o'clock kick is they won't be all as fired up as they would be if it was a 6 o'clock kick. But they'll still be fired up. I think Oklahoma State's ranked 16th in the country and bring back 18 starters.
Wow.
From a 10-4 team last year.
Yeah, I heard that. It was like 8 on one side and 10 on the other. That's just almost unheard of in college.
Especially this day and time.
I know. We hadn't played them in 44 years, I believe.
Is that right?
Yeah, it's been 44 years since we played them.
They got the returning Doak Walker a winner.
That running back.
Ollie Gordon, considered one of the best, if not the best running back in the country. And so going to have a tall task going on the road for the first time this year. New offensive coordinator, which, hey, the offense looked really efficient last week against UAPB.
Really did. Hopefully we can continue to move the football. I mean, quarterback looks special, but, it's hard to tell.
Sure, it's hard to tell. That's right. Competition will step up big time this week as they will face a top 20 team in FBS. So, Junk, this is never a good thing, especially when an injury lasts this long. It's a very serious one, and they want to take as much time and be as cautious as they can. And it's just really, you can tell the mood in the crowd from both sides is just really concerned right now.
Yeah, hey, like I said earlier, you hate for any kid to get home, but especially get hurt, but especially one of our own. Just praying for this young man to be okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. This kind of all puts things back in perspective. As much as we love this game and love to root on our kiddos, at the end of the day, they are kiddos, and you don't want to see somebody get hurt.
No, not at all. Not at all. As much as I love this game, if you get hurt bad enough, it's just not worth it. But it's just something that can always happen.
That's right. Well, we're going to step away real quick again. It looks like they do have him loaded up here, so we should be getting close to getting back to action. We're going to take another break, and by the time we come back, we should be close to getting ready to play some football.
Yes, sir.
This is Matt Wilcox and Matt McJunkins bringing you the Greenbrier Panthers, brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107. Back to Greenbrier. They've got the player loaded up on the gurney here and just making sure every precaution is taken. And it looks like they've got him on the board, and so hopefully not a neck and back injury.
Yeah.
That's typically what you'll see when that comes out. But they do have him on the move, so crowd stands to their feet to give him some encouragement as they wheel him off here. Prayers that the good Lord has got his hand upon him as they wheel him off.
I think we've got another break here, Matt.
Okay, we'll go ahead. Yeah, we'll take that break, and then when we come back, we should be back to action.
All right.
This is Greenbrier Panthers on My Country, Y107.
$3.99 come with free setup and delivery in the service area.
Action here in Greenbrier as we are about ready to start playback. And Jock, that's one of those things that's hard as a player. You see your teammate get carted off like that.
When you choose Conway Regional,
have you ever been through a situation like that?
As a player, yes.
Yeah. How mentally? How did you go about dealing with that, knowing that one of your brothers are injured?
It's hard. As a player, you've got to focus on what you're doing. You still got a game to play, and so, but it does affect you, and it can go either way. It can kind of take your heart out of it a little bit because you're hurting, but at the same time, it can also kind of fuel you a little bit.
Give you a little bit of extra
because of emotion. That's right. But it's hard. It is.
So we're about ready for action. As it's 3rd down and 3, Russellville will shift out into a different form. Luke Jones takes a snap, run off the right side, hit by Eric Hewitt. His second motion or second effort will have enough for the first down.
Well, that was close.
As he just fought and clawed for that extra yard and was able to pick it up. First down for the Cyclones as they're on the move.
Yeah, it looked like we had him pinned up just shy. Mm-hmm. But he's big.
He's a big, strong kid. Ball on the 39 of the Panthers. 4:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. Jones calls for the snap. We'll take it. Fake the handoff. Tries to set up a little screen. Throws it on a wheel route down the right side, and it's incomplete as it falls out of bounds.
Good job by Eric Hewitt there. He knew he was in the way.
Yeah.
That's all he was trying to do.
2nd down and 10 for the Cyclones.
We had good pressure right there, too. At first, I thought it was a screen because we got through so quick. Good job by the D front. We got old Chandler Sanders back in there. I'm a big Chandler Sanders fan.
Absolutely. After that play he made last week.
Well, last year we saw when he can get a lot of playing time, but when he came in, he made plays.
Jones calls for the snap. He'll hand it to the left side and got some running room up off the left side as we lost contain there. Big run on 2nd down. As they'll get it out to about the 33-yard line. They'll go quickly with that run up the middle by the quarterback. And we do hit him in the backfield, but he falls forward.
I think he's going to be short.
This time I think he is going to be short.
It's not going to be much.
So we'll bring up a 4th down and about a half a yard. And they do call it 4th down.
They're bringing in the big 77.
I'm going to say they'll run it behind him. What do you think?
I would.
So 4th down and half a yard. Big play here for the Panther defense. 3:30 left to play in the 3rd quarter. They stay in a shotgun formation. Running back to the right of the quarterback. Jones calls for it.
Hard count, I bet.
And they do give it to the running back, and he's got the first down. Good pick up there on 4th down.
They ran it right behind him.
Yeah. Offensive line opened a great hole, and the running back picked up the first down. So the Cyclones are on the move, put together a really good drive here, the best drive they've had all game. And Greenbrier defense kind of on their heels.
Need to stymie the drive.
Well, and really it's all been predicated on that first down play. They've gained really good yardage on first down almost every play. 1st and 10 for the Cyclones, ball on the 27 of the Panthers. Jones will take the snap, roll to his right. Now look back to the left, a little screen set up, and a good play call, and he's wide open. That's Hallmark down the left side. Hit at about the 15 by Roberts. And taken
we didn't have anybody 20 yards from him.
Great play call by Russellville. So be a first down on, looks like the 12-yard line. Is that right? No.
I think you're right.
12.
About the 12.
So 2:25 left in the third quarter. Russellville threatening as they're inside the red zone for the first time tonight. Defense going to have to bow their neck and make a stand. Twins to the right, single receiver left. Jones fakes the handoff, rolls left, throws it across the middle, wide open, touchdown, Russellville.
We just didn't play very well right there, Matt, defensively. That's not the defense we've seen up until this point. We've got to kind of reboot here and get our minds right. Of course, a lot of things going on right now with a fellow player hurt. Just got to get it together.
As Russellville will line up for the extra point to tie this thing up at 7. Kick is up and through, and it is good. So Russellville 7, Greenbrier 7, 2:07 left to play in the third quarter. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll have more Greenbrier Panther football brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932, growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Two Greenbriers. We have it knotted up here at 7 with 2:07 left to play in the third quarter. Greenbrier unable to move the ball in their first two possessions of the half as Russellville took their second possession and moved it right down the field and scored for the first time tonight. And, Junk, just like you talked about earlier, at some point –
that's it. That's just it.
Your defense is going to give up.
100%.
Give up a play here or there and give up some points.
If you don't get them off the field and give them some time offensively – then the defense is going to finally give something up.
Yeah. So Russellville gets ready to kick it away. The kicking game for Russellville has been a bit of a adventure, to say the least, tonight. So we'll see what they do here on the kickoff as he approaches the football. And pooch kick to the left side. Greenbrier will field it at the 30 and fumbles it. And he is able to fall back on it as it went right through his hands. Is that Simpson?
Yeah.
And senior just went to run with it before he had it. And the clock is still running for some reason.
Oh, my goodness gracious. I don't know what.
I don't understand it.
It was running on when we were moving the chain last quarter.
I mean, are we running the clock or does an official
I don't know. Maybe the rules changed.
Maybe it has. So 1st and 10 for the Panthers. Ball on the 33-yard line as they'll make a hard count, look to the sideline for a play call. Trips to the right, single receiver left. Hassan will take it off the right side, cut back across the middle, got some room, makes a couple men miss, spin move out to the 49-yard line.
Great run right there by
and that was all Enoch.
That was. He made a great run right there. He did find a hole up front. It looked like he cut it back a little bit, maybe kind of a zone block.
So Greenbrier will go with some tempo now. Hand it back off to Enoch on the right side. He's off to the races, down to the 40, 35, and just gets tripped up from behind.
He was one shoestring away from scoring.
Oh, man.
Love to see Enoch in action. Hey, now this is what we talked about.
Yeah.
We've got to get the ball moving downfield.
Well, and you can see they're going with a little bit more pace and trying to pick up the intensity. Trips to the left this time. Palmer takes a snap, looks left, gets it out quickly. Wide open.
There he is.
Catches it and picks up the first down.
Great job right there.
Just a little stop route. Is that
16?
That's Lucas Thompson.
Yep, Thompson.
So good catch, good throw by Jack.
Yeah, it was.
1st down and 10, ball on the 21-yard line. Greenbrier will go trips right to the wide side of the field this time.
Man, I was kind of
snap. Hassan on the right, and is tackled from behind. Good job there by their defense.
Yeah, still picked up a good couple yards. I was kind of getting tickled because you look at this and you're like, why ain't y'all been doing this the whole game? It's a little harder than they make it look sometimes. That may be the end of the quarter if we don't get one more off here pretty quick.
It was a good play by Golden there off the backside. And we will send Enoch in motion, and we will get the snap off before the end of the quarter. Jack loses the football, now rolls to his right and just throws it in the ground, which will be incomplete. And that will be the end of the third quarter. So your score, Greenbrier 7, Russellville 7. When we come back, we'll have fourth quarter action for you here on My Country, Y107. For the final quarter of action, and we've got a good one here at Greenbrier. It's been mostly dominated by the defense as the score is 7-7. Greenbrier's put a good drive together so far. Mishandled of the snap there on the second down as they were trying to get the playoff before the end of the quarter, but we'll bring up a 3rd down and 8 here for the Panthers.
I'm a little curious what was different about what Morrilton did offensively.
Right.
Because they were able to, at least early, gash them and get a bunch of points on the board.
Sure. And looking at the stats, I mean, it's hard to say because it was pretty balanced. Threw for 250, ran for 150. So they kind of did a little bit of both, which we've done a little bit of both tonight too.
Yeah.
But it's just been hard sledding.
We've just been inconsistent.
Yeah.
We just haven't been consistent.
So this is a huge play here, Junk, as you alluded to earlier. We went forward on 4th down deep in their territory earlier in the game and unable to get it. As I just noticed that. Got a player on crutches.
Oh, we've got one on crutches. I saw one hobbling around earlier.
So give the handoff to Hassan on the right side. He's hit and for a minimal pickup. So good job there by the defense.
Yep.
We'll bring up a 4th down and about 5.
Well, Matt, we do have a kicker.
Ball is on. Looks like the ball is on the 16-yard line. They will send out the field goal unit. So it'll be about a 33-yard field goal attempt for Preza.
Chiefs are up 13-7.
Okay.
Harding's up 49-0.
So Preza will have his first field goal attempt of the season from the 22. Low snap, does get it down. Kick is up. And
maybe right.
No good.
I think it was a little right.
Had the distance, but
yeah,
wide right. So no points again deep into the territory of the Cyclones for the Panthers, and we'll send the defense back out.
Defense got to come up big right here, Matt.
Got to have a momentum change.
Yeah, you do.
It seems like this big crowd has been silenced by several things, but just not a lot to be excited about right now.
No, we've just been a little flat.
Yep. Ball will be placed on the 20.
But I will say, I mean, hey, defense gives up 7 points in the game. You feel pretty good about it. So we just need a big stop right here.
So Russellville will send their offensive unit back out as they put together a great drive last time out.
We need a turnover. That's what we need.
Trips left.
They're going direct snap.
Going direct snap to the running back as he'll lead him off to the left side, and he'll be hit for about a 3-yard gain. Good job by the defense.
Yeah.
I'll give him 4 on that one.
Yeah.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Panthers.
Let's get some pressure right here.
Twins to both sides. Jones calls for the snap. He will keep it himself up off the right side. Good job by the defense.
Yeah, well, they didn't give him much.
Not much there as he'll pick up about 2. Bring up a 3rd and 2.
Yeah.
So big play here for the defense.
Yeah, we really need a big one right here. They're bringing in a couple of big boys.
And, you know, really in this situation all night, Junk, they've just direct snapped to the quarterback and just let him lean forward. Got to get a good push. I'd love to see them go in 4-down lineman territory here.
Yeah.
And it looks like they will as they'll bump Matheny down. They'll go 4 down linemen. Just got to get a good push and win off the snap. 3rd down and 2. And they will hand it this time to the running back. He's
not going to get it.
Ball's
out! Ball's out!
Ball's on the ground, and the quarterback was right there as it bounced right to him, but will be a huge loss.
Woo! Boy, man, I thought we got one right there.
That would have been the play we were looking for.
Yes.
But it will bring up a 4th down as the ball is all the way back inside the 20 to the 18. So 4th down and 12 will force Russellville to have to punt it away. As the punter, I tell you, Junk, we've about gotten to the punter twice. I would not be surprised if we didn't get this one. Mahan standing at the 50-yard line to receive it as they run a man on late with 7 seconds.
That was a big play right there, Matt, on 3rd and short.
They do get the snap, get the punt away. Short, wobbly kick will land at about the 50. Mahan fields it. Takes it
Good
up over
hands.
the 50, cuts it inside to the 40.
Hey, all right.
And so great field position here for the Panthers.
Great job there. Good hands, first of all.
We're going to take a quick break. When we come back with 9 minutes left to play, it's knotted up at 7. This is the Greenbrier Panthers, brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
The University of Arkansas Community College at Morrilton is a great place to start. You can earn the first 2 years of a bachelor's degree before transferring to a 4-year university. If you're a concurrently enrolled high school student, you may enjoy the benefits of free or reduced tuition and fees while getting a head start on your degree. UACCM is committed to elevating your horizons. For more information, contact our admissions office today at 501-977-2000. Or go to uaccm.edu.
Son takes it off the right side for a gain of about
3 there.
3 on 1st down. Yeah. So just a little read option, and they're not respecting the running back or the quarterback.
No, I think we could gash him if he'd pull it.
Yeah. 2nd down and 7 as they look to the sideline for the play. They send Hassan in motion. Palmer looks to his left, now back to his right. Got to get rid of it.
Middle.
Throws it over the middle.
Right through his hands.
Almost intercepted as it goes through the hands of his receiver. So 3rd down and 7 here for the Panthers with 8 minutes and 16 seconds left to play in the ball game. And we've seen a little bit of the inexperience and youth of Palmer tonight. He's hung in there and made some good throws, but had plenty of time there.
We got to get a 1st down right here.
Yeah.
We got to go down there and score.
Big play here for the offense. Trips to the right, single receiver to the left. So bring another man down into the box. Palmer got some time now. He'll be flushed out to his right on the move. We'll throw it downfield. McFadden there, hit, and ball knocked out, and it will bring up a 4th down. So 4th down and 7, decision time here for Coach Tribble and the Panthers.
Yeah, couldn't get that one done. It was close play right there. Just going to. Well, I guess we really kind of are in no man's land here, aren't we? I mean, punting it, you can pin them, but
it's got to be the perfect kick.
It's got to be the perfect kick, and hey, let's go for it, right?
Looks like we will. As it's 4th down and 7, probably the biggest play of the game so far. As Palmer will send trips to his right. Thompson down here to the left. Now they'll move Hassan out to the right. Empty backfield. And looks like Coach Tribble is going to take a timeout to discuss this. We'll take a timeout with them. This is the Greenbrier Panthers, brought to you by First Security Bank on My Country, Y107.
At First Security, we've been investing in our home state since 1932. Growing deep roots and even deeper relationships. We're part of Arkansas. It's part of us. Today, we put all of that history and stability to good use for you, pouring our resources into the people and places we love best. Arkansas communities, Arkansas families, and Arkansas futures. First Security. Think better.
Back to Greenbrier. 8:04 left in the ball game. Greenbrier 7, Russellville 7. 4th down and 8, we'll call it. The ball is on the 37-yard line of the Cyclones. Greenbrier will come out in an empty set.
What do you think they're drawing up here?
You know, it's hard to say. I would try to run a stick route to the first down marker.
Yeah.
Is what I'd try to do. They're playing pretty far off, so they'll send a sign in motion from left to right. Palmer looks left. He's going to go deep. Got his man, but just overthrew him.
But I don't understand. I would like to have seen us get the first down. But defense come out, let's go get it.
So turnover on downs for the Panthers as Russellville will take over on their own 37-yard line. Defense has played an extremely good ball game tonight, and just look for them to do what they've done all night and get the ball back into the offense's hands one more time with a chance to go win it.
Got to come up big right here, Matt. Need a big play defensively.
So 1st and 10 for Russellville, ball on their own 37. Trips to the wide side of the field, which is the left side. Jones calls for the snap. Take his drop, looks left, gets it out. Man wide open in the flats. Pickup of the first down as Greenbrier tries to strip the ball away, but unsuccessfully, as he'll get out close to midfield for the first down. First and 10, Russellville ball on their own 49.
They're getting the ball out pretty quick.
Yeah. Connor Miller in for Mathis Polk out there defensively at linebacker. They'll bring Patton in motion. They'll fake the handoff. Looking left, gets it to him on the wheel route. Catch on the sideline will be complete for about a 5-yard gain. Man, they've ran that play 20 times tonight. 2nd and 5.
They've kind of gone away from the run right here.
Twins to both sides for Jones. Ball on the left hash. He'll take his drop, look left, another stick route, wide open, and we're going to have to tighten the coverage.
Yeah, we can't play that far off the ball. We've got to tighten it up.
So 1st and 10 for Russellville as they're just running to the first down marker and turning around.
Yeah. Well, that's how you win games. Get first down.
First downs will do it.
Yep.
Trips to the right, the wide side of the field. They'll have a sniffer back and a running back on the right as well. Quarterback will get it out here on a screen as we've got it flanked pretty good. Good job there as we make a tackle. Still picks up about 4.
Who's 2? Is that Miller?
Yeah.
He read that well.
So 2nd down and 6 for the Cyclones. Just under 7 minutes to play. Twins left. Twins down here to the right as well. Running back will be to the left of Jones. Now he'll bring Patton in motion from right to left. He'll fake it. Up the middle he goes, and he's got some room down to the 25 and taken down at about the 21-yard line.
There was a huge hole there.
That was a big hole.
We got to plug that thing up.
Another first down for the Cyclones as they have all the momentum in this ball game in their direction. So 1st and 10, ball on the 21, 6:20 to play. Got to have some kind of a big momentum change here, Jump.
We need somebody to step up and make a big play right here.
Russellville taking their time. 8 seconds left on the play clock. They do get the snap off, and we'll hand it off up the middle. Hit immediately.
Great job right there.
For no gain, maybe even a little bit of a loss. Is it a good job by
Sanders and Hewitt?
Great job there. 2nd down, and it did lose a yard, so 2nd and 11 as the ball's moved back to the 22. Russellville not in any kind of a hurry here.
Well, you got to think that they want to run as much of this off as they can.
Yeah. Almost, though, it's kind of like basketball. You get a 2-for-1.
Right.
Jones takes a snap, gets it out quickly.
Good job right there by Parker Roberts.
By Parker as he knocks the little quick hitter that's been there.
Yeah, it's been there.
Gets his hands up and knocked it down. He was open, and Parker coming off the edge reached up just in time to knock the ball to the ground, bring up a 3rd down and 11.
A big down right here, Matt.
Huge play here for the Panthers. Need this crowd to really get into it right here. 3rd and 11, ball on the 22, 5:20 left to play. Trips to the left, single receiver right. Now he'll bring a man to a little orbit motion, sends him back to the left. Looking left, gets it across the middle, ball out, almost intercepted on the
he wasn't looking for it.
Bring up a 4th down and 11. And what will Coach Wheeler do in this situation?
He's bringing a team out, a special team of some kind. You got to think that they got a chance to kick this, right?
I think so. So it will be a field goal attempt from the – he'll be kicking from the 30, so a 40-yard field goal attempt to take the lead. Snaps down, kick is up.
I think it's left. Leg, oh, no, it might have went through.
And it is good. And Russellville takes the lead 10-7 with 5:10 left to play. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we'll have the Greenbrier Panthers right here on My Country, Y107. Takes the only lead so far of the game for them as they go up 10-7 with 5:10 left to play. So, Junk, as a senior-laden team, a team with a lot of experience, a lot of seniors out there, this is time you dig deep and look for some leadership.
You know what you got to do here. I mean, it's black and white. You know what you got to do. You got to go score.
That's right.
You got to go score. So somebody's got to come up, make a big play. We've had moments of greatness tonight, but we've also played pretty still at times. We don't look like the same team we were last week.
No, I agree with that. So what's a little bit confusing is the kid just kicked a 40-yard field goal and would have been good from about 47.
Yeah.
And he can't kick it past 20 yards on the kickoff.
On the kickoff.
So they will line up to kick it away. Excuse me. He approaches the ball slowly. And the kick is away, and he does boot this one as it will go into the end zone. I'm just blown away. I don't know what to think right now.
You're like, wow, all of a sudden.
Yeah.
Why now?
Guess he just got loosened up.
Yeah. Coach, I think I feel like I can kick one deep now.
So Greenbrier will send the offense out onto the field and hopefully can get something going here as they have not been able to so far in the second half. Really all game. Just being able to put 7 points up, missed a field goal there on the last possession, and have moved the ball at times, but just unable to get it into the end zone or score any points.
Yeah.
We'll see what Coach Tribble and Coach Bertram have drawn up here offensively.
You got 2 timeouts.
Still a lot of football left.
A lot of football. 5 minutes.
Palmer will bring his offense to the line. Twins to the left. Single receiver right. Takes a snap, hands it to Hassan, hit in the backfield, makes the man miss, fights through a tackle, and picks up about 5.
He's just reliable, man.
Well, honestly, I mean, he was hit 2 yards deep in the backfield.
Right.
Just not getting any kind of a push on the front. 2nd down and 5. Trips to the right. Palmer hands off to Hassan, makes a man miss again in the backfield. This time he brings him down.
They're beating us with 3 up front. We cannot let that happen. You can't let 5 get beat by 3.
Loss of a yard, 3rd down and 7. We'll call it 6 because I like the sound of that better.
Yeah.
So 3rd and 6 here for the Panthers. 4:20 left to play. Son on the left side of Palmer. Twins to both sides. Oh, my goodness gracious. Now we snap
Come
it.
left, come left, come left, come left.
Hassan trying to make something out of nothing, and he's taken down as we snap the ball when neither one of them were looking. So it brings up a 4th down and 9, and Greenbrier will have to punt the football away. So Preza will go back to punt, and now jump clock becomes an issue.
Major. They just got to run it out.
Yeah.
I mean, you kind of put your destiny in their hands.
Good snap. Preza gets a kick away. Good high kick. And caught for a fair catch at about the 37, 38-yard line of Russellville. We're going to keep it here. 3:27 left to play. Defense is going to have to make something happen. You know they're tired. They've been on the field most of the game.
Yeah, most of the game.
Especially this early in the season, you know, where conditioning is probably not quite where it's used to being.
Well, it's hot, you know. But they've played well.
Yeah, you feel anytime you score, you only give up 10 points, you should have a chance to win the ball game.
100%.
Offense just has not been there tonight. Russellville will come out as Luke Jones, their senior, leads them back out here. He'll send his running back to his right side. Trips to the left. Jones takes a snap, and he'll keep it himself up the middle. Breaks a tackle, falls forward for a gain of about 6 or 7. And that's a terrible spot. Second at about 3. He landed at about the 45 and crawled to about the 42 or 48. Second down and 3 is now Russellville will take the air out of the ball.
Yeah, you know, I mean, they're just going to run that thing. We've got to get a stop.
Greenbrier stays in the 3-man front. They hand it off to the running back.
There we go. Great job right there by 33. Is that
Schultz?
Schultz, yeah.
So a 3-yard loss, bring up a 3rd down and 5. 2:39 left to play. Greenbrier, Russellville. Surely that was Greenbrier called a timeout.
You would think so. You think they'll throw it here?
You know, I would if I was them, because I'm sure
you almost got to.
You're thinking that Greenbrier's going to sell out on the run.
Mm-hmm.
So, and those little stop routes have been successful for them tonight. So
yes.
Got to tighten up the coverage here, and just if they beat you, they beat you.
That's right.
So 3rd down and 5. 2:39 left to play. That was a timeout by Greenbrier as they have 1 remaining. So big play here because another 1st down, and they're about a 1st down away from running the clock completely out.
We need to stop, Matt. We need to stop. That was them that took the timeout. No, that was us. Oh, okay. It was
the
us.
official, believe it or not, pointed to the wrong. He pointed their
Surely
way.
not. Not this crew.
He pointed their way, but it was our timeout.
See if I can find an update on that score for
Prescott. So 3rd and 5, I do believe it's a short 5, so if Greenbrier was to jump in the neutral zone, it would give them an automatic 1st down. So got to hold your water here. Coach Stone will send his defense back out onto the field. Hewitt and Parker Roberts need to step up and make a play here.
Yes.
They'll go a direct snap to the running back. And
they
he
moved.
will take it on the left side, and he will be short. That's a terrible.
Oh, wow. They gave him an extra yard.
It will be enough for a 1st down.
But the running back, the quarterback was moving again.
So 1st down and 10 for Russellville. 2:31 left to play as they will wind the clock as soon as they get the ball set. And Russellville will use every second of this play clock from here on out. with just one timeout, this is the ball game here, Junk.
That's right.
They get another first down.
It's over.
Trips to the left, they'll bring a man in motion, and they will hand it off the left side, and he'll be hit at the line of scrimmage.
That's Schultz again.
Good job by the defense. About a 1-yard pickup there, and Greenbrier will take their final timeout. We'll go ahead and take a break with them. 2:04 left to play. Greenbrier trails 10-7. This is the First Security Bank broadcast of the Greenbrier Panthers on My Country, Y107. Four left to play in the ball game. Greenbrier trails 10-7. Russellville does have the ball on the, looks like the 49-yard line of the Panthers, or right at midfield, I guess. So big stop here for the Panther defense as they are out of timeouts now. So any first down going forward will pretty much end the ball game.
Yeah, that'd be it.
Barring a disaster on a snap or something.
Right.
You know, a big loss by starting outside linebacker by an injury. Mosley's been out in the second half with an injury. So big play here for the Panthers. 2nd down and 9. Jones brings a man in motion.
He moved again. Unreal. They will not call false start.
Makes a good move. Picks up about 8. Be a 3rd down and 1. And they're 1 yard away from sealing this one. Third down and 1 for the Cyclones. I saw him move that time.
Yeah.
That was completely obvious. Yeah.
Every time.
Up back moved.
Up back moves every time, and they will not call it.
So 7 seconds on the play clock. Looks like coach is going to run it all the way down to a second and take a timeout. And he will take the timeout here. 1:19 left on the clock, and we're going to keep it here. But really, Junk, this is it. I mean, you got to feel like that even if they don't get it, they'll go for it.
Right.
And so you got to stop them 2 plays in a row.
You got to get back there and drop them for a loss if you're going to have a chance.
Yeah. It's almost one of those deals you almost have to guess the snap.
Just sell out, yeah. Sell out 100% and just go for it.
So definitely have not looked as sharp tonight as we did last week against Warren. Russellville, a team that we felt like coming into this game, we were a better ball club and felt like we'd come out here and put it on them, really.
Yeah, really felt like we would do that.
Just got a text from Darren Logan. Looks like it's 25-22 Prescott with 1:10 left.
Wow. Prescott come back.
Yeah.
They said, not so fast. Not so fast, Salem.
Thank you, Coach Logan, for that update.
Yeah, appreciate that.
1:19 left in the ball game. 10-7 your score. Greenbrier trails by 3.
Right now you just say, boys, how bad do you want it?
Greenbrier got to have a stop here. If Russellville's able to pick up the first down, they will run the clock out. Twins to both sides in a tight set. They'll send the running back out flanked wide right. They will run a little end around, and they're going to have enough for the first down.
That's going to do it, Matt.
And he did stay in bounds, so that will be the ball game. That formation that we like to run is fixing to be run against us. The old victory.
Old victory. Boy, I never thought that this would be how it end up. We definitely gotta bounce back next week. We play Van Buren. Is that right?
I believe what I believe is a better team than
Russellville.
This team we're playing. But hats off to Russellville. They come out and played hard tonight. took advantage.
Yep. They were more physical. They were the more physical team tonight.
We'll line up in victory formation. Jones takes a snap and goes to the ground without any issue. And so they will have to snap it one more time, and that will end the ball game. Just a reminder, we will take the show to the Huddle House here after the ball game. We'll take a quick break, come back, wrap up, and then we'll break down, head over to the Huddle House for our post-game show. And from there, we will announce our First Security Bank and American Safeguard Insurance player of the game and talk a little bit about this game and how to go forward into next week. As they come to the line, snap, and no issues with the snap, and that will do it.
That'll be it.
As the final 8 seconds run off the clock. So your final here in Greenbrier, Russellville 10, Greenbrier 7. We're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we'll wrap up and then head over to the Huddle House.
All right.
We'll be back right after this.
The Huddle House in Greenbrier is Greenbrier Panther proud. Whether you're
And welcome back here into the booth as we put a bow on this one. Junk, just not the feeling you want to leave
No,
your
it's
home stadium from.
It's a disappointing night. But you know what? It's early. And for one thing, it doesn't matter as far as the season goes.
No, that's right.
But certainly not the showing we wanted.
Sure. So
A lot to learn from.
Yeah, just unable to get it going offensively tonight, only able to put 7 points on the board. Defensively, I thought they played a fantastic ball game.
Yes.
Only gave up 10 points and really
played 3/4 of the game.
Yeah, I was going to say been out there majority of the game. So we're going to wrap it up from here and take the show on over to the Huddle House where we'll talk a little bit more about the ball game in depth, talk about the stats, and give you our First Security Bank and American Safeguard Insurance player of the game.
I like it.
And might eat some waffles while I'm over there.
Probably so. Got to drown my sorrows.
Well, thanks for joining us here tonight in Greenbrier. Oh, and just a quick shout-out, Southside Beat Branch plays their first ever football game tomorrow night. 8-man football. They'll play at Hendricks. And big shout-out to Coach Langro and those guys.
Who are they playing?
I'm not real sure. But big exciting plans for Southside as they get football in that community, which is always a big deal.
Absolutely.
We'll catch you in a little bit over at the Huddle House. This is Matt Wilcox and Matt McJunkin signing off from First Security Bank broadcast of the Greenbrier Panthers.